Hello, welcome. Sunday Speedrunner Spotlight. It is Sunday, so we are here, live and ready to talk, I guess. I don't know. I'm always so bad at making introductions. I don't know what I'm doing
The
here,
intro's the hard part for sure, man.
obviously. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome, Ethan, to the show. Hello.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank
Good to
you
be
for
here.
being on this wonderful Sunday.
Yeah,
So,
dude.
speedrunning. We like that topic
Yes.
here. So, we will
I do, yes.
yes, very good. All right, you'll fit right in. So,
Okay, perfect.
we'll start at the very beginning. Why don't
Ooh,
we?
okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
getting spicy. But, all right, so when did you begin your career here?
That's a good question. So when I was like 11, I want to say, or 10, my brother showed me that you could do the MIPS clip in 64.
Ooh,
So that was like the first taste of speedrunning I got. And so I learned that. I don't know if that counts as a start,
I think so.
but yeah, I learned how to do that. And so I guess if I was 11, that was like in 2006. If you want to, and then I didn't touch it again for like 12 years. But that is the first time I did any speedrunning tricks. So yeah, my brother is the reason why I speedrun and got into 64.
Well, there you go. Humble
Yeah,
beginnings.
yeah, it was pretty sick. I did not expect to take it to this point. You know, when I learned that, I was like, oh, this is fun. I can just tell my friends like, dude, you can beat Mario 64 with like 16 stars. And now I'm actually the one speedrunning those things. So pretty cool.
And not 16 star.
No, I have one run on the board, and it's on VC from 5 years ago. So yeah, 16 star is sweet, but it's like a different skill set than I want to work on at the moment.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, 16 stars where it all began.
Okay, so then I guess we jump forward 12 years.
Yes.
That was the next part, the true beginning. Like, well,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what to call it, but the next beginning, I guess we'll say.
Sure. Yeah. I think I don't remember if I did a little bit more of 16 star or not because I think I did a tiny bit, but like I didn't even look at routes or anything. I was my friend and I would just be like, "Oh, we can do this star, we can do that one. Let's just do those." Like nothing optimal. But I think like the official beginning, I would say, is SMB1. That's where it all
Hmm.
began.
Very
I
good.
was one of those guys that yes, yeah. I know I'm in good company with SMB1 stuff, but yeah, I saw Darbian. I don't even remember how I found Darbian actually. Man, I don't know. Maybe YouTube? I'm not sure. Because I made a Twitch account to like watch Smash Bros. And then I think I just stumbled upon Darby and I was like, yo, this is pretty sick. I can do this. And yeah, in 2017, I think of April, I believe, of that year, I started learning SB1 any percent. I got myself like an EverDrive and an NES like right off the bat.
Ooh,
And oh yeah, dude, I went all in right away. I knew I wanted to commit to it, so I was like, I need save states because I don't enjoy playing on emulator.
yeah.
And I learned actually the run on Wii VC. I forgot to include that part. I did start on Wii VC just to like learn the run. I'm like, no, I need the real deal.
Yeah,
But
can't lose that free time.
no, and like I was playing on a Wii mode and stuff, not like my preferred controller necessarily.
Yeah,
So yeah, but April of 2017 is when I started learning SMB 180%. That's the official beginning right there.
there you go. That's a few months before me.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Like we were saying before, a lot of people actually started around that time, or at least in
Yeah,
2017, which is pretty cool to see. And it was fun to be in SMB1 at that period, like right before, like being there when Flagpole Glitch was discovered was pretty sick.
yeah.
So yeah,
I kind of wish I was there for that, but I was like around when Blaze It came around, so
that was also fun.
yeah,
Well, it's
that was
just
cool.
anytime a new glitch. Well, because it's like a new glitch comes out, and you're like, dude, I gotta learn it. I gotta see how difficult this is.
Yeah,
Then, because like when it's that fresh, if anyone sees you do it, they're like, oh my gosh, he did the thing.
the
So
thing.
I wasn't even good, but I could do flagpole glitches, and people were like, he's crazy, dude. So
What are you
it came
doing?
in pretty clutch. Yeah, basically. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do this in a run, but I'll flex with an FPG, and now it's not impressive anymore. But,
I'd
at
like
the
to argue
time, it
it
was
is,
insane.
but
I think,
yeah, a lot of more people can
yeah,
do one now.
that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's just as hard, but now people have put more time into it. Learning it, dude, is still, I remember that being very difficult to just figure out what was going wrong.
Oh yeah, when
But
you
yeah.
haven't like fully understood the game yet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't even remember if we had a good practice round when I was learning it. Was there even a practice round at the time? I don't remember when that came
I
out.
know
Hmm.
there was the one that like flashes Mario if you have the D70, but
That's what I had, actually, yeah.
I
I
don't
do
know
remember using
when that
that.
was made in relation to FPG being like the new big thing. So,
Hmm. Yeah, man, I forgot I had to use that. I'd like pause in midair, make a save, then unpause to practice after getting D70, and like
hmm
that was a fun time right there. Dang, the memories.
memory lane, that's what this is for.
Yeah, and I actually got my one frame 57 with an FPG to save the one frame rule.
Mm,
So it actually came in clutch later down the line.
there you go. All that practice paid off.
Yeah, it finally paid off. You could see me reaching to reset in my PB, but I actually got FPG, so I was like, oh, okay, let's see where this goes.
Was that 1-1 then?
Yeah, it was 1-1.
So, like slow
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah, oh, really bad I think it was like a comically bad underground in that. So, I mean, it's bad enough that I knew I had FPG to save it.
Well,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Pretty
That's fine.
rough. Yeah, it was funny.
As long as you break even.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to do anything other than a 57 too, so I was like, this is completely fine with me.
There you go.
Yep, the true
So,
beginning of my speedrun career.
yep. Did you just do any percent until you got that time?
No, actually, I didn't. I came back a while after the fact. Like, trying
Mm.
to see where my SMB1 run is on my profile because I got a 58, and then I don't. I mixed in warpless, and I'm trying to remember when I started to do warpless. I may have gotten to 58 and then moved over to small only warpless. I think I saw Cosmic doing small only. And I'm like, yeah, if I can get through the game small only, it'll only get better when I use fire. So I
Mm.
did that actually for a little while, and I think I played warpless for a sub 1920 for some reason. I think that was my random goal. And then yeah, when did I come back to any percent? Hmm, that's a really good question. Yeah, I took a break from any percent. Yeah, when I got my 58, I took a break, and then the next year I was doing more warpless, and then I came back. That's the following year to do any percent to get a 57. And then I actually took a break for 2 years to get until I got a 1909.
Mm.
So, like right after I got an any percent PB and a warpless PB, it's when I started to branch out to other games.
Got it.
So yeah, that's why it took so long for me to come back and actually get those goals.
So, how long did it take to sub 5 from beginning?
Oh man, how long did that take? That's it. It's interesting. So, that being my first speed game, like you have to learn how to learn, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's
there was a
true.
lot of work that went into that process. I think it took me I want to say it took me a while because I was just there's just so much to starting speedrunning that you don't realize you have to learn.
Yep.
Like I wonder if speedrun.com even has my first PB. I doubt it does, but let's see. First submitted PB. Hmm.
I think it took me
Was
like
in May 11th.
3 months, but some
This
people it takes like a
well,
day, so I don't know.
oh, dude, now when someone starts, I feel like it will just take a day or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
This, according to SRC, it was a month. It looks like.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good to me as someone who took longer than that. So,
Yeah, dude, no complaints there. I mean, given starting from like the very beginning, because I didn't like talk to anyone for help or anything too. So it was just like it felt kind of cool to do that all on your own, right?
yeah,
So
that's
yeah, I'm
more
pretty happy
impressive,
with that.
honestly.
Yeah. Well, I don't like asking people for help until I like put an honest effort into something in speedrunning.
Mm.
So, because then they can help you even better. If you can describe your issue, then someone can help you way better than if you're just like, I don't know, how do you do this?
Yeah,
So,
that's fair.
yeah, but it looks like about a month though.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, not too shabby for 2017 speedruns.
Yeah. I didn't
As if
sub
that's
5
even
until
long ago.
2018, so
Ooh, yeah, the 2018 era.
that was a classic era.
Oh yeah,
Man, so much happened that year in comparison to like every other year that I could think of for that
is
game
that
anyway.
yeah? Is that when was the first 55?
2018.
Oh, oh, and that's when I got my 57. So yeah, 2018 was a good year for SMB one
Oh
in
yeah,
my book.
yeah. It was
That's a
pretty hype. There were
yeah.
uh, like 5 records that year in just that category,
Oh wow, pretty
including
nutty.
ties. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes,
I
5.
feel like that's also I can't think of all the people that are no longer like active in the community because I remember 82 verified a few of my PBs and I like never see him.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if he still speedruns or not. Oh yeah, he does still speedrun.
he's around a little
I don't know if
bit.
he's a okay. It's interesting to see the change in the community from like then to now.
Yeah, it's like so much larger, but all of the classic people I remember, like half of them are gone.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it is really weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just changed so much. I feel like I've forgotten like a lot of the people that I even talked to at the time because I just haven't seen them since SMB one, which was
Yep.
like almost 6 years ago for me at this point.
Yeah, if you like leave a speedrun community for even like a month, you come back and it's completely different.
Yeah, for real. Like, I mean, yeah, SMB one is a good example, and
Yeah, it's a
because all
great
the
example.
people that, I mean, all the top players now were not around when I was running the game, except for like Cosmic.
Yeah.
I mean, Sunless is kind of around intermittently.
He's around, I'd say. Just busy.
Is he? Yeah, I just don't see him. Yeah, that could be the case. I don't see him streaming at least. Maybe he's
Yeah.
around, but I don't see the streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like none of these people when I was running the game, looking at like the top 10 even.
Hey, I'm in the top 10.
Did I,
Am I
that's
the
true. Yeah, we were running at the same
am
time.
I the oldest like been around the longest runner in the top 10? Surely that's not right.
Oh yeah, Cosmic's not in the top 10 anymore. That's crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
see, I don't even know this leaderboard well enough
I'm
anymore.
I'm almost
That's
out
how
of
long
it,
it's
and I have a
been.
low 55. Like, what's going on?
That's
I don't like that. I don't
insane,
like
dude.
that.
No, I don't like that either. I think I feel like you've been around before Eddie Cat, right?
Nah, he's been around longer than me.
Really? Okay. I remember talking to Eddie Cat a lot when I
Okay,
was
so
running
yeah,
SB1.
that that answers my question. So, I guess.
I feel like for some reason I want to say King of Johnny Boy has been around for a decent amount of time.
Yes. I remember his old username back in 2017.
Oh, dude.
So,
Oh, I'm trying to think of it. I do remember he had a different username.
yeah, like JB uh yeah. Anyway, I think it was like his name, so I won't like dox it, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's that's pretty reasonable then. Yeah. So I guess he's been around a while. Him, Eddie Cat, you. I'm not sure how long JS Carbo has been
but
in the
a
scene.
while. Actually, I don't know. Because like a lot of people started around the same time like I did, but were like children, like literal children.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, I was just coming out of high school.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because when in 2017, I had been out of high school for like 3 years at that point. So, yeah, I was doing college stuff, and I remember like some really young kids be like, "Oh, I just got out of middle school and I'm watching." I'm like, "What?
Why?
I didn't." Yeah, dude, I could not believe that because like I swear all the time and stuff. So when someone's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm still in middle school," I'm like, "Ugh, don't make me
Oh
feel bad about
fuck.
swearing." Yeah, dude, that happened recently when someone's like, "Oh, I'm watching with my kid," and I'm like, I cannot. promise you I won't swear on accident. So,
Yeah,
tread carefully.
I know people that were like apparently had their stream up with their children in the room and they saw me like PB and after PB I'm like fuck
Oh yeah.
yes fucking
Yes,
fuck me.
dude.
I'm like oh no. That sucks.
Yeah. They'll
Oops.
forget about it.
Surely
Yeah, I
they'll
know.
it's fine. It's
Yeah. It's totally fine. It is funny though. Yeah, I just think I remember all these people being super young in my stream, and that was an interesting experience. So I don't
yeah.
have that anymore, like ever. Like I don't think I can't think of the last time someone like really young came into my stream. Well, I guess maybe they just won't say
Yeah.
as well, but yeah, they definitely tell. You could tell in SMB1 back in the day that people were really young when they were watching.
Yeah,
It's a very different
they've
attitude.
all aged up since. So,
Yes. Yeah.
but so have I. I'm still old in comparison. So, oh
Oh
well.
yeah, we everyone's grown in some way.
Hopefully, at least.
Yeah,
But
hopefully, yeah, that's not always true, but hopefully that is the case.
you love to see the character development.
Yeah, for real though.
But yeah,
It is really interesting.
it is fascinating to look back on Mario 1 because like comparatively in just general time, like it hasn't been that long,
No,
but
no,
so
not for. I
much
mean,
has
when
changed.
yeah, I mean, especially when we were like, I mean, I didn't speedrun until I was like 22, so
Yeah.
6 years for me is not necessarily going to be the same for someone that's like 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's
That's
fair.
because
But yeah, I guess it has been like a fourth of my life. Has it?
that's pretty wild, yeah, man.
Let's see, 18 to 24. Yeah, that's a fourth. Yeah, quite
Mhm.
literally. That the math checks
That,
out.
yeah, that is exactly. Yeah, yeah, nice.
I can do
Yeah, it's almost
math.
been a
We love to
fifth of
see it.
mine. Yeah, impressive. You went to college, clearly. I'm
Yeah,
struggling
I
in the
went
math
to
department.
college. Very true.
I went to college. I did not finish college, so
I
that's
got
where
an
I'm at.
associate's, so
Dude, that's so
whatever.
good.
I guess. I tried something, I guess. But I didn't have time for
Yeah,
that. I was busy speedrunning, which was far more important.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what people need to realize. Speedrunning is so much more important than a career.
Obviously.
Clearly, yeah.
So true. Like, it is.
I do. I would recommend people go to college, though. If anyone's listening, totally go to college if that's what you're into.
Yeah,
If
I
it's working out.
guess. I mean, I still remember like when I got Warpless record for the first time. That was like finals
Mm.
week. So you know what I was putting my energy
Oh,
into.
yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, that's funny. I don't know how much I was running when I was actually in college. I think I just I think that was right before I actually really did speedruns. I was grinding Smash Bros. Melee. That's what I was doing instead of
Mm,
studying.
fair
Not
enough.
not something I would recommend, but yeah, I am a degenerate in that sense.
There
I
you
think
go.
actually, I think Melee helped me with speedrunning, like learning how to speedrun, because I already had a lot of like I built a lot of muscle memory. I learned how to do things in one game, which transfers to other games. So I think playing so much Melee, because I would play Melee like 6 to 8 hours a day and just nonstop, right? So I bet that actually helped me an insane amount when it came to starting speedrunning. That's a foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really think about that until just now, though.
Yeah, it's weird to look back and try to point out where you were in your life when speedrun things happened.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think about like too much, honestly. That's why it's extra interesting for me to go back and reflect on all these things.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I will get memories on Facebook every once in a while about me uploading myself doing speedrunning tricks because I did like I
Hmm.
learned Ocarina of Time any percent, which I don't remember when I learned that, but I did learn like the old easy route for defeat Ganon. I think it might be called now. Yeah, because you do you warp to the collapse and then. But I did learn that run like I think before I submitted any speed runs.
Hmm.
So it's really funny when Facebook reminds me of stuff like that, though. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I shared this to my real friends. Oh no!
Oh
They're
no.
like, what the heck is this guy doing?
I could never.
None of my friends speed. I have one like IRL friend that speed runs, and that is it. So
Yeah, none of mine care. So, but
yeah,
I've like become friends better with like speedrun people at this point. So
exactly.
it's just funny how it
Yeah,
works out.
yeah. I mean, my friends game a lot, but they don't necessarily. Actually, some of them do. Like at this point, they appreciate speedrunning because I've been doing it for 6 years. So they're like, okay, this is legit. But at
Yeah,
first, they're like, it's like the classic, dude. Why don't you just enjoy the game? Like I am enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the game repeatedly, actually.
you're getting more replay value than they ever could.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine how many hours I put into like 64 or SMB2. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
those
number of
hours.
hours.
That's
Yeah, I
how it
mean, or
goes.
lost levels. Like, whew. Yeah, I'm very grateful that it's giving me replay. But because people are like, oh, dude, once you speedrun, you can't play a game casually anymore. Which, yeah, that's true, but I'm still playing it more than I ever would if it was a casual game.
I can still play games
So,
casually, I feel. Not that
or
game,
like,
but like
that exactly, like the games that you speedrun, you probably, like,
yeah, but I'm
I don't
hoping
know.
you've already played it casually if you're running it, so it's fine.
Actually, so the one game I've done that with a couple of games where I didn't play it casually first. Actually,
Mm.
I don't know if that's a crime, but Super Metroid I did not play. I played a tiny bit casually. I never beat
Okay,
it.
that might be a crime to some people.
Yeah, well,
That
dude,
one
it sucks that
specifically.
like I know I'm like sad that I can't have that experience of like casual Super Metroid. That is such a legendary game. I mean, it's like one of the greatest speedruns to me.
Hmm.
It's just insane how good it feels. But yeah, I I messed up there. But then games like Gimmick, which is a sick game, but I never had access to that when I was growing up. It wasn't released in the US, so I was like, well, I don't feel too bad about just playing that game
Yeah,
before playing it casually.
yeah. I haven't even played Super Metroid, so I can have casual experience.
Dude, oh, that's such a good game. I cannot get over how good of a. I was just telling someone this like yesterday, actually, how good of an engine it has.
Mm,
Like, it blows me away how good that game feels.
that's good.
Damn, Super Metroid, dude, what a game.
What a game. I I don't know too much about it. I have like learned how speedrunning it, like understood the
Mm,
speedrun better since like not even
yeah,
a month ago. I knew. I've talked to some people, but I don't know.
that's fun.
It's not something I've like tried much. I think I like played it for
Mm,
like an hour just to see what all the fuss was about, but I need to have like a
yeah,
proper like, all right, I'm gonna play the game. Here we go.
yeah. If you're in the mood, I highly recommend it. If you're not in the mood, then it might be a painful experience. But yes,
Hmm.
I would definitely recommend that game.
Yes. It will happen eventually. We'll see. But
Yeah, no rush.
no rush. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Um, trying to get back into the timeline here. Um,
Yes.
so I think Mario 1 covered that pretty
Mm.
well because you got 457 by a frame, even
Yeah, by a
single
frame
frame.
with an FPG. It's so funny.
It's
The
all
worst
you
possible
need.
57.
All you
Yeah.
need.
Oh, it's so funny.
And that's your PB now.
Yes, that yeah. I did actually did run it a tiny bit after the fact, but it was like very half-assed. I was like, I'll just do a couple of FPGs, and then I never put forth effort into BBG, so I just kept losing rounds to it. And I was like, yeah, all right, that was fun for a week.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's it.
I mean, it's further than most get. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm content with. I didn't. Yeah, I was cool with it. I don't really care.
Yeah,
I'm
like
happy with the 57.
current leaderboard placement might not seem like it's good, but it's actually pretty
Mm.
good. Believe it or
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah. I mean, 57 is definitely a respectable time. I mean, I
Oh
guess
yeah.
any time's really respectable, but
Yeah, but like 458's like you're all right, perfect. So anything after that is like you put in some extra effort.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, 58 is like very solid. You like get it, you can do all the basic stuff, and like, I mean, 1 or 2 frame wall jump, whatever you're going for, and then when you sprinkle in the FPG, it's like, oh, okay,
it's getting
this guy
spicy.
really wants it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's getting spicy.
Yep.
So, yeah,
And then of course,
and my warpless time.
yeah, love warpless. So much better.
Yeah, way better, dude.
All right. I'm glad everyone agrees because it's true.
Yeah, there's no question. And I'm like 100 spots better on the warpless leaderboard, so it's way cooler.
Yeah, obviously. Me too.
Nice.
Yep. Love that warpless. I'm sure you did a lot of the tournaments that were put together back then, right?
No, I've never entered a tournament,
Really? Come
actually.
on. You missed
Yeah,
out
I
on good
never.
stuff then. That was hype.
I know it was sick. I like it, I associate marathons and like tournaments to be basically a very similar feeling when it comes to like preparation. And the amount of stress I get when I have to think about doing a
Oh,
tournament match or a
yeah.
marathon, dude, it is so bad. I can't. Yeah, it's too stressful for me. Like, I wish I got into it more, but I just enjoy watching it so much more than like even casual races. I'm still working on doing races, but yeah, I never end. Yeah, it was just like I like if I have to do a race, I will practice nonstop for the days leading up to it. I'm like, oh, this is too much.
Yeah, okay.
So,
That's fair,
but
but
I wish I was not that way. I should say I would love to do tournaments and stuff like that if it was chill for me, but I have yet to find that nice balance.
yeah, it can be
Basically,
hard, but God,
yeah,
back then when I just didn't care because I
right,
wasn't
yeah.
like
If you
great yet. 2018
I mean, that's
tournament.
how I should feel. Yeah, 2018 tournament, dude, that was sick.
The 2018 Warpless tournament is what got me to run Warpless. Who knows if I would have actually
Oh
done it
shit,
otherwise.
that's really cool. Then I love tournaments that do that.
Hmm
Like,
I have a
I
lot
mean,
of
there's a
respect
home.
for it.
Yeah, the people that put on tournaments, dude. Shout outs to all those. Like, I mean, Northman always comes to mind for SMB3 at least, but I think Rupert did a lot of the SMB1
Oh yeah.
tournament organization. Yeah, highly respect those people.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of work, especially when you have like so many people that want to do it. And it's like, okay,
Yeah,
this is gonna last a while.
yeah. Some of them last forever, man.
Some of them are still
But
ongoing from like 2013.
I saw that. Yeah, I went on the challenge page or whatever and noticed some have not been completed. So that was pretty funny.
Yep. But yeah. The It sucks that they haven't happened again, at least like the Warpless ones, because they were like a
I
yearly
agree.
thing. But the only thing good about it is the last one was 2020, and I won that one, so I'm just undefeated champion.
Yeah, no need to have another one. You
Yeah,
don't have to
there you
defend
go.
your title.
Like, who needs to have fun when you're the best?
Yeah, you have the
It's
most fun
fine.
anyone will ever have. Yeah, it's absolutely
Yeah,
fun. You're
sure,
in the
let's
clear.
go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe. What if you organized one?
I'm already doing too much.
Dude, but winning your own tournament is sick. Just think about if
I
you
feel like
won
if I
it,
ran a
that would be.
tournament, I couldn't participate. Like, you can. I'm just saying I probably wouldn't.
I would feel. Yeah, I kind of feel this. It would feel weird if you were in a position to win. For some reason, that's odd to me. But
Yeah.
I don't care if anyone else does it. I think it would
Mhm.
make me. It seems funny, at least, if nothing
It's
else.
funny, but yeah.
If you got your own money that you put into the prize pool, that's so good.
Just win your own money back.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome.
What a
But yeah,
waste.
so yeah, yeah. What game did what game did I run after SMB1 then? I want to say it was 3. Or no, it was Lost Levels, obviously. Lost Levels.
Obviously, yes.
It must have been Lost Levels.
Love
I
that
don't know my
2J.
own timeline, dude.
You know what? I'm sure most people don't. So, I
Oh,
wouldn't
I
feel too
should
bad.
know it better.
I know mine pretty well, but I'm like really addicted to stuff, so
Yeah, we both run a lot. Oh
yeah,
wait, did I
lots of
actually? Yeah, I
Mario.
did. Okay. Yeah, a lot of Mario, man. I did go to 3 because I don't know if that's even the next topic, but I did go from SMB1 to SMB3 because I grew up with both SMB1 and 3 the
You get
most.
yeah, like
But
Mario
Lost
3.
Levels, but I had Lost Levels on Oh yeah, when the Wii VC finally did import games, I was like, wait, there's another SMB one like game. So I saw Lost Levels, and that's what made me want to run the game. Actually, is having played it on VC. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it was weird. I have like all the Mario games on Wii VC as a kid, but I never got Lost Levels.
It came out like later, I think, than the other ones. But it's also funny because I had All Stars when I was little, and I just don't remember Lost Levels from it.
Actually, I played Lost Levels because I had All Stars on the Wii. The
Oh,
25th
nice.
anniversary
Okay.
disc. It's like right behind me even.
Yes, that's sick. I never had that disc, but I think I had two copies of All Stars for the SNES. For this, yeah,
Nothing like a SNES ROM on a Wii disc.
dude. I know that is the funniest compilation to me. One of
Hmm.
my friends runs on that disc actually. Evad, I believe he
He
did runs
runs
on
on
that
that
disc.
disc. Oh,
Yeah, at one point he did. Maybe he stopped, but I remember him. Yeah, he has an NES now, but yeah, he did totally do at least some runs on that.
fascinating. Well, as a kid, I didn't
Yes.
know it was just a SNES ROM on a Wii disc, so it was fine for me, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was sweet at that time. Yeah, good old Lost Levels.
Yep. Yeah, you've done some work in that game.
A little
Actually,
bit
you
of
did.
work, yeah.
No, quite a bit. I wouldn't just say a little, actually. I'd say goddamn.
I Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, especially in regards. I feel like for a lot of these, it's like when I ran the game, it was good. Nowadays the standards have changed, but when I ran the game, yeah, I started running Lost Levels because I had it on Wii VC, but it was also everyone's like, dude, this is the hardest Mario game
It's
ever.
so
I was like,
hard. Oh my god.
yeah, everyone's like, dude, I was like, holy shit, I would look really cool if I ran this game. But it was also like I just got done with SB one, so I was like, well, this just makes sense. Like
Yeah.
this is the natural progression. Like the engine's similar enough that I have to learn it. So yeah, I was like, all right, let's go to this next. May as well. And that was crazy. I was like, so few people ran Lost Levels at the time, dude. It was completely different.
Yeah.
I felt like the community was tiny for Lost Levels when I was running it.
It's pretty small, yeah.
I think, I mean, I got in like the top four so quickly in that game because like so few people ran it. I was like, oh, well, this is also enticing to have like my first like top five position in a speedrun game was actually really exciting.
In any percent?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
80%. If
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
that is definitely hard to do, even back then, I'd say. But yeah, I guess thinking
Well,
about it, yeah, not a lot of people really did run it.
no, dude, it was really small. I felt like, and at
Unfortunate.
the time, no, yeah, I know, yeah. Well, because so many people built it up as this like insanely difficult game that I feel like it turned people. Because I remember people being like, dude, no, that's too hard for me. I'm like, it's not too hard for you. Just give it a
No.
shot. Like, it's really not bad. So yeah,
It's
I
not
think
bad
that
until
definitely
it's
contributed.
bad, but it's not.
It gets bad for sure.
It get,
Like,
as everything does, but it's fine.
yeah, I ran that mainly in 2017. Yeah, when did I get my PB? 2018. Oh, December. That was my most recent PB. Um, yeah, because I remember when I was running it, like Lack Attack was still running it. She has
Ooh,
not touched the
wow,
game in a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
he
been
would.
a while.
I can't believe he didn't get the record in that with his PB. Because
Oh, I know.
he was a frame rate ahead of the record and then like lost time in 8-4.
Oh, dude, you don't. I don't know if you've seen my PB. That is a sight for. That is. Whew. I lost so much time in World 8. Like I was ahead of record, I believe, going into World 8,
Mm.
and yeah, then a lot of bad things happen in World. I remember my World 8 just being terrible, but
And it still got a sub 8.
oh yeah, that felt good. I got the sub 8. Oh yeah, I beat Darbian's time with that run.
What was record then? Was it still Cosmics?
Uh, I believe when I got that PB, Yes. Yeah,
All right,
Cosmic
then yeah,
had.
it was
Well, I'm not sure if Goofy had it actually, because I think Goofy may have gotten a couple of PBs since then.
maybe
Let's see.
my
Because
like knowledge on exact timing for lost levels isn't as good as like Mario 1, so I'm not quite sure myself.
yeah, let's see. Because he got. Oh yeah, he did have a record in between. Then
Okay.
he had it, and then oh oh yeah, okay, yeah, he did take it from Cosmic. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cosmic's old PB stood for a while.
Yeah,
Actually, it
it
looks
stood for a
like.
long time. That's why I was like, because if you got that PB one, that was still record. Then if you lost as much time as you said you did, then yes, you were very much world record pace.
Yeah, I believe I was ahead of Goofy. Oh, of course, my PB doesn't even have a timer on it, dude. I'm notorious for that.
Classic.
But
Come on.
I know I'm so bad about that. Yeah, I didn't even have a timer going, but I remember Goofy was watching my PB and he's like, "Dude, you were ahead of my PB. I was ahead of his 58 going into
Holy
World
shit.
8 or
Okay.
whatever." Yeah, it was.
So you were just like
I'll have to look
actually
into that.
world record capable too.
Oh yeah, no, I knew I was world record capable for a while in 2J because my blaze, that was the one thing. My blaze consistency was insane compared to like
Yeah, the
everyone
one
else at the
two
time.
blaze it.
Yeah, I
That
got
was the new
like
thing.
Takath. That was so hyped, dude. The yeah, that came out and I like grinded the shit out of it because I was terrible at it at first. And I was like, oh no, I need to figure this out. And then I finally just something clicked and I got it like Takate will never forget this because I got it 23 times in a row or
Oh my god.
24. It's like, yeah, and I was like,
Okay.
bro, just saying. And he's just like, you've got to be kidding me. And then, yeah, that was like a topic that would be brought up so often in his stream.
Wow.
But yeah, so that definitely contributed to me being record capable because I could just nail that trick almost every single time. And I got pretty good at Blaze It, or Double Spell, excuse me,
Yeah,
which
that's tricky.
actually that's another really vivid memory for me running Lost Levels is that was the first time I like actually talked to Darbian because I posted in the old Discord like, can anyone help me with this? And then Darbian responded. I was like, yo, Darbian's talking to me? Holy shit!
Yeah.
Because I'd never interacted with anyone at that level before, and I was like, oh my god, I'm just like a speedrunner just like him, and he's actually like helping me learn this. So that was really exciting.
It's almost
I think
like
that
people are just humans.
yeah,
What?
that's like dude, for real though. At first you're just like, oh, they feel like celebrities, and then
Yeah.
you
But it's
you get
like,
on their level.
well,
Yeah, yeah, it takes a while for it to finally be like, oh, they just have put a bunch of time in this like anyone else has. It
mhm.
just took you, it took you a similar amount of time to get to that point. But then when you're on like an equal level with the people that you were looking up to for a long time, that's a fantastic feeling.
It's better when you kick all their asses.
Yeah, dude, bopping Darbian and something was always like, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Because you have so much respect for him. Like,
Mhm.
I love Darbian, right? So nothing, no like ill intent with that statement, but it just feels so good to bop Darbian because he's such a legend.
Mhm.
And dude, the one memory I have, which I didn't even clip it, I really wish I clipped it, on a dead run. Like, because this is when the task would do the left side clip in 5-2, but there was no setup or anything for it.
Mm.
I messed up the Koopa bounce in 5-1, and I was like, what? I'll just go for the stupid, and I got it on a dead run, like a year plus before there's even a setup found for it. And
Like
like, I think Evad is
the clip
like the
into the
left side
left.
crazy clip. Yeah, yeah, I got that like crazy left side
Oh.
clip, and actually it worked. And I was like, I can't believe I just did this. And like Evad was the only person I think that even saw me do it, and then it just lost to history. I like so badly wish I had that clip.
Yeah, that would have actually been like important for that video, Salt video that
I
came out
know,
recently.
dude.
I didn't
Oh my
I didn't
god,
know
yeah,
about that.
yeah. Well, since I have a video, it's like, well, it's a cool thought, but yeah, no, actually, I did that once on a dead run, and it was like such a legendary moment. I cannot believe I didn't clip that. I'm gonna have to ask Yvette if he
Unfortunate.
remembers that. Dude, that was yeah. But Lost Levels, yeah. So I did more Lost Levels and grinded out any percent for a little while until I got the sub A because the sub A was like the huge milestone. I think for most people in that game, it just feels so. Especially at that time, there were like 3 or 4 sub 8s, and then or maybe yeah, they're like 3 or 4 at least. So to get into that like that group felt really really good
Yep.
and gave me a lot of motivation to run other games. I think because like first you get your goal in SMB1, then you're like I'm feeling good. And then you get in another game and it's like the floodgates open. You're like, oh, I could just keep doing this if I put in the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so Lost Levels was definitely a big milestone for me because I did that. It was a while later that I came back to the game for like a good Warpless D-4 time actually.
Yeah,
But
the ultimate 2D Mario run, the Warpless
oh
D4.
yeah, dude, that was like the run so many people praised in the 2D community. They're like, dude, if you run Warpless D-4, that means you're good at 2D Mario.
Hmm.
Like that just meant so, I mean it still means a lot to me to have gotten record in that game, but that
Yeah.
record grind was one of the things that like really made me be like that made me like really understand I could do whatever I wanted if I just
Hmm.
put in the time.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah,
having the record in that it's still top 3, your PB.
it is still top three. 3 years later, it's still
It's
top three.
That's how good it is.
And yeah, I remember I got in Cosmic's like, dude, you could have gotten the sub 36, and I lost all of the. I lost fire at the end of D-3 because I pressed jump early, so I got hit by a hammer bro.
Mm.
But even entering D-4, I still could have gotten a 35, is what Cosmic told me, and I was
Mm.
like, way she goes, dude. I got what I want. I got record. That's all I care about. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big moment for
I
me.
mean, even Darbian's old run, like his
Mm.
PB that stood forever, it's still his PB. He dies in D3, just straight up dies, so he was on pace for it.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah, I remember seeing that death, and I was like, no way, man. But yeah, so getting that right because I watched what's his name now, Lord Saradoc.
Yeah, Sarah.
Blubler is what
Blubler,
yeah
yeah.
I mean I watched him when he was Blubler, but I watched him like of every day that he did his run. I'd be at work and I'd be like, yo, Blubler's online. Let's watch him do some more plus D4. So I saw him get record. I saw Cosmic or I mean oh yeah Cosmic and Darby, and I saw those guys get record. And then when I got it, I was like, this is such a good feeling. Holy shit, God, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Just grinding for a game like that was so nice. So yeah, that was another PB that meant a lot, and that was after I got a sub 22 in the NES Warpless 8-4, which was pretty huge at the time as well.
Yeah, your Warpless A4 at the time, was that even before Cosmic came back to it?
That was before he came back. I think Cosmic had record at the time. I want to say,
Oh, okay. So, okay. That makes sense.
but he came back and like improved it a lot more. Like I believe I was on pace to beat Darbian, and then I got Lodo Boot. I just said YOLO and went for it and got Lodo Boot.
That's how it
I
goes.
want to. Yeah, I knew the risk. I was like, let's just see what happens, which makes the rest of A4 horrifying to me at the time because I'm like, well, I
Hmm.
could lose this whole run, but yeah. So I got the sub 8, the sub 22, and then I got the Warpless D-4 record, and I got the SNES 8-4 90% record, which is cool, I guess. That's not a very important category to me, but I
Wait, which
just did
one?
it anyways. 80% 8-4 at Super Nintendo.
Oh,
I had
got
that
it.
record for a while.
SNES. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like no one really cares about it, but I was like, this is. It was pretty free at the time, so I was
Yeah.
like, screw it, I'll do that. Why not?
Your name was at the top of that for a long time.
It was oddly, yeah, it was up there for way longer than it should have been. Like 3 years. Yeah, I had that for almost 3 years, or exactly 3 years, with an 814.2.
Yeah.
So
It was never that optimized
yeah,
because people always just run the D4 variant for Super Nintendo, so you're always like killing Bowser
exactly.
and yeah.
Yeah, if I had killed Bowser, I would have gotten a sub 14. But I was like, let's just get this record. Who cares? And then I was like, well, I still got a 1401 with hitting the axe, but still.
Yeah, and wasn't record back then 1359 still. So
Yep,
could have had the double.
could have had the double, but YOLO, dude.
Because I
Actually,
guess, but I think you like were 2 seconds ahead of second place. So even if you slowed down to kill Bowser, you still would have gotten record by like 1 second, and then could have gotten double record.
well, shit. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that at the time. That would have been
Well, I'm
sick.
sorry to bring it up, but I think
Yeah,
my
damn,
math,
dude.
I think it plays out well.
Uh, way she goes. Actually,
Yeah.
speaking of people, the community changing over time, Warpless DS4 is another good example of that because Picante was like a big name in
Oh yeah.
Warpless DS4 at least. Like, watch, he would be on every single day grinding. So, yeah, I remember just chilling, to talking to him about strats and just going back and forth. And I remember him being like, I can't remember when he said this, but like, bro, if when you get record, I will VIP you in my chat.
Hell
So
yeah.
I just remember walking in the next day being like, "Where's my VIP, dude?" He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "You know what's up?" And he's like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, that was such a funny moment to me. But
Nice.
shout out to Picante, dude.
Oh
Super
yeah.
chill guy. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I did. I even made a Warpless CS4 tutorial. I don't know if it's any good because it was so old, but I did actually do that.
Mm,
But yeah,
that's
I did.
cool.
Yeah, I did a good amount in Lost Levels. I feel really good about what I've done. I don't like have any desire to go back to it. I'm just content, you know.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I mean, you had world record in literally like the 2D Mario category, or at least what people call the 2D Mario category. So
Yeah, yeah. I had it in the most important one to me at least, and then good times in all the other ones.
great times and all the other
So
ones, yeah.
yeah, dude, I
Especially for the
very
time.
content. Yeah, especially for the time. Yes. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
very happy with what I did in that game.
it is quite impressive, I'd say.
Thank you. Oh wait, did I actually run SMB2U before 2J? Oh no, no, there's no way.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. I don't think so. No, no, okay. I for a second I thought I got the timeline wrong, but no, yeah, it was 2J first. Hell yeah.
So
Can I go to...
did 2J come
Sorry, what were you saying?
before or after 3? Did you figure that out?
Yeah, no, it was 2J first. I
Yeah.
forgot. I was wrong initially, but it was 2J after after SMB1.
So then it was probably 3.
Let's see, 2018, January of 2018 is when I did 2U.
Oh, really? That early?
Oh, but in August I did SMB3. So yeah, SMB3 came before 2U. That's funny.
You just have good times in every Mario.
I have pretty good times in most of the 2D games. My SMB3 times are pretty rough, but well, no.
I would not say
I so I
rough.
well, I've never cared to grind out at no wrong warp. See, that's where I'm like, like an 1109 is okay, but that's not great. But it's just such an unenjoyable category to me, at least,
Hmm.
that I do not want to grind it
Was
out
that a
more.
no
But
hands run? I assume it had to be, right?
yeah, it was a really bad no hands run, dude.
All right.
1109. I did literally. So I got a 53 in warpless, and I was like, okay, I'll do I'll do no wrong rounds until I get no hands, and I'll just take that for my PB. And then I got my 1109 after like 3 attempts or something stupid.
Oh, well, okay.
And I was like, I'm not, I'm not improving this ever. So
Fair enough.
yeah, and my 100 times actually not good.
Oh.
Oh, but it's on super. It's well, yeah, the ones I got a 51 in warpless, which is pretty good.
51's really good in SB3 Warpless.
Yeah,
Especially
I
for like no early hammer.
no early hammer, and I came back to warpless after 5 years.
Mm.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I played and then I was like, I need a break from like, I know that you can get really good times with the RNG even if you get hammer brows or hands, but
Hmm.
I I handle that really poorly. I handle bad RNG really poorly.
Me
Like
too.
mentally, I'm just like, well, this sucks now. Yeah,
Hmm.
dude, it sucks. So
It's so bad. I hate it.
I yeah, like you could be doing great. You could have a perfect world, and you're like, well, I got all these movements. I fought an extra bro, so I had to take a break from warpless
Hmm.
for about 4 or 5 years, and then I finally came back, and because I started talking to like to like Alice, Bagler, Louis, like all the SMB3 guys, Yato and Nika. I like started hanging out with that group of people who all ran SMB3,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, you guys make me want to try this again. So I got a 51 after like a couple of weeks of coming back to the game. That felt pretty good. But then getting to World 8 on 51 pace like 10 times and getting denied by the hands every time gets
Mm.
old pretty quickly, dude. I could
Yeah.
not handle that for another time. So I was like, yeah. That was the only run that got 0 hands when I came back to Warpless, and I clutched it out luckily.
There you go. Yeah, it's so hard to grind RNG if you just don't have the mindset for
Mm.
it, and I just don't. It sucks.
Yeah, yeah, dude. That's how I feel. I've never been good with RNG. Like
Yeah.
I did that with SMB1 and Lost Levels actually a great example. Before anything was mapped out, you had
Mm-hmm.
4-4 repeatedly killing runs. You had 8-4 repeatedly killing runs.
Oh yeah.
When I was running it, like it was just a straight up RNG. You had no idea what Bowser or Bruce were gonna do. So you're like, well, let's throw away another run. Like we didn't even have the good frame rule to start to get a good Bowser in 4-4. Like
Yeah.
so painful at the time, man. But I do really poorly with RNG, so that's why I like just kept randomly coming back to SMB3. I could never just stick to the game because of that.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't done 100% too much because of that then, because that at least
I know.
there's RNG, but it's like much less of an issue, especially if you're not wanting to be perfect.
Yeah, I think I was just a baby about auto scrollers. Like the auto scrollers aren't
Yeah,
even that bad,
well, yeah, I get it
but I
though.
was a baby about it. Yeah, I was like, I know it's not a big deal. I think Louis was saying like relative to the playtime, there's there's less time in auto scrollers in Hundo than in Warpless, which is pretty funny.
Really?
But
Wow.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case. But even then, like it's stupid, but just having one auto scroll in World 1, like if you reset, you're like, here we go, dude. I have to do this shit again. But I think eventually I will probably play it again. It's just not in the near future. But it's like the best SMB3 category, I would
Hmm.
say. 100% is like the one I enjoy watching the most. So
Yeah.
yeah.
A
My
lot of
PB is
people like
actually on
the
Super
Hondo
Nintendo.
scenario. Yeah, which is interesting because that's just free time loss, pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty bad actually. That's just the because I was learning Warpless all four Warpless for All Stars.
Yeah. All the games. Warpless.
Yeah, that's why I did that. And I was gonna do Hundo, but then I just said screw it.
Hmm. Fair enough. Yeah. Oh yeah, you still have the so on the NES they made a home edition of the Versus game, Versus Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
You still have the world record in any percent for that.
I don't know why no one
Well,
else
no
would
one
run it. I
cares,
assume.
but
Yeah, yeah, dude.
it's
I
just
swear to
funny.
God, that's gotten me. It is. Yeah, it's hilarious. I've gotten so many views on YouTube because I guarantee people are like SMB1, and then they click on this and they're like, wait, what the hell is this? But I just get views from it anyways. Like,
Yep.
I mean, and that another run without a timer. Shout outs to that. Like, yeah, this run has 10K views,
Oh, wow.
and
Okay.
yeah, yeah, and I'm like, it's not a good run, right? I mean, it's fine. It's not bad, I guess, but
I mean, it
that was
stood for
funny.
4 years.
Yeah, so the God, that's such a funny. So when I had the record before that run, and Royal Gamer took it from me, and
Mm.
I just remember. So he took it from me, and I was like, no way. And that's why I beat it the next day because I was like, no,
Oh,
this
of
is my
course.
record. Yeah, because he
Fair
was.
enough.
I distinctly, I have this this distinct memory of watching him do attempts and him being like, "Oh, dude, the record's not even good," and like all these different levels. I was like, "Okay, that's it." So he got record, and then I was like, "I have to beat this" because he was
He's being a
talking
little
shit on my
bitch
old
about
PB.
it. No.
He was, dude. He was being a bitch. Yeah, I was like, okay. And then so yeah, he woke up the next day to me beating his record, and that just made me laugh so hard. Yeah, if I don't feel competitive in speedrunning until someone talks shit, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, we're doing this. I have to beat this time now.
How it
So
goes,
yeah,
yeah.
Roy is the reason why I took this record back. So shout outs to him. But yeah, that's a very funny memory of him just being talking shit, and I'm like, yeah, well, I can't let Roy get away with that. Good times, dude.
Yeah. I miss the former years, the early days. Very nostalgic
I
for
feel
it.
like yeah, I feel like Roy got a lot of people to improve their PBs.
Yeah, I
Because I
mean,
remember he
we
was like
battled
competitive with
category
like Goofy.
extensions for a long time.
Yes.
That's why I got so
Yeah,
good at
dude.
all of them.
That's why I put up a time in five or in beat 5-4 because he got a time, and then I was like, this would be kind of funny if I just beat his time. So I got the record in it or something right after that. So yeah, just some back and forth competition with Roy. It was really fun. Where is that run? I think I got record in that at the time. I feel like it was record. Oh yeah, that's under category extensions. That's why I don't see it. I, oh, I forgot I did minus world and one warp. That's funny.
Who cares about them? Although I do like Minus
I
World for very
minus
personal
world is
reasons.
fun. Did you get record in that one?
We're talking about the US one, right?
Um. Oh, I might be looking at. Oh, actually, I'm not even sure which one I did a run in. I have no idea. Let's see.
Because on the category extensions, there's the US one where it's the underwater. You just go to the pipe and then timing stops, and then
Yeah.
Minus World Ending's the FPS version where there's actually like a beatable uh,
Hmm.
completion. I've actually had the record in both, so it's funny that.
Oh hell
So
yeah.
no matter what to your question, yes. But if I was gonna talk
Okay.
Minus World US, I was the first person to get a true perfect run of it. So for that,
Oh, that's sick. Okay. Hell yeah. I do not have a perfect run,
you should get one. It's not too
but
bad.
that sounds terrible.
Just an
No way.
FPG, an optimal 1-2 clip. Like it has to be perfect. Okay,
I, I I could see myself
lovely
doing those two
message.
things and then messing up the swimming somehow. I could just see that happening.
Hmm.
No, that is what I remember about doing Minus World is I was watching Xerox Fiend, who also is very rarely around anymore. But I remember him learning. He was like doing Minus World. I was like, oh, I'll give that a shot. And literally one try, I got the clip immediately, and just I was like, well, this is my run now, I guess.
Hmm.
So that's my PB is after just one attempt after watching another person play. Just, I just lucked out with sub pixels or whatever and got the clip.
That's all you
Yeah, I
need.
can't say I put too much time into that. That is definitely all you need.
Yeah, just the random bullshit Mario 1 categories will always be fun.
They are super fun, yeah. B5-4 is just so short. Same with like Minus World. They're just fun short categories
Short,
you can
dumb
do.
shit.
Basically, yeah. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a nice break from the monotonous like main categories. They get tiring after a while. Well, here's like 50 other options of just random nonsense you
Hmm.
can do too.
Yeah, yeah. If you still want to play and you just do not feel like doing the main category, it's good, definitely a good solution to that. So yeah, I did a little bit of category extensions. I think that I don't remember when I did that though, honestly. 'Cause that must have been after SM. Yeah, that was in 2018.
Mm, yeah.
So yeah, I did SMB3 after Lost Levels, and then I believe that's when I moved on to SMB2. To you.
To use the big one.
That is my favorite 2D Mario game. Yeah, that is. I kind of fell in love with that game. Not gonna lie. I didn't know that I would enjoy it as much as I do now, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, that was weird. I because I played that. I played it for like I don't know how long I actually played it for. I don't even think I submitted a run at that point. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I don't think no. I played it for like a couple days, and I was like, dude, this is hard. I'm not doing well. Like, I played so poorly. I just did not learn the game well or efficiently, and I just got frustrated, so I had to come back to it later.
Mm.
But yeah, I was actually terrible at SMB2 for a while. Excuse me. But yeah, then I slowly got a better feel for the feel of the game. And this is when like Angry Links was running it, and I Love Mario was like actively running it. Green Death Flavor. Oh, there's another dude. What is his name? He was a mod at the time. Oh, there were like so many people. It's like from SMB1, where like none of these people do runs anymore.
Mm.
But they inspired me to do runs.
Yeah. I
What
don't know
am I
Mario
thinking of?
2 too well. I know it pretty well, but not that well.
Well, yeah, I was like, I mean, Lack Attack was doing runs. Like, this is when people were like, dude, you want sub 9, you have to do Veggie Glitch, which is such a hilarious. Like, that is never the case. No, if you want a sub 9, don't go for Veggie Glitch. It's like such a scam.
Hmm.
But who was the man? There's one other guy. I don't even see his name anymore. I don't know what happened to the other guy. I'm trying to think. But regardless, yeah, very different times. Then, yeah, I started to play that game, and then I don't know what happened. I don't remember like the moment I actually started to like understand how to play the game, but yeah, some out of nowhere I started to just get really good at SMB2. What caused that? I don't remember what. I remember the day I was just like, this is my favorite game. You know, I just kept putting more time into it. Then it just kept feeling better and better, and I just like just got sucked into the gameplay, dude. I don't know, something about how it feels. It's just like basically perfect to me. It's pretty ridiculous how much I enjoy SMB2 USA.
Yeah, it's
But
interesting to like really enjoy that over everything else, but I mean,
yeah,
hey,
I mean, because I
if it works.
yeah, because at first I was like SMB1 is great, and then I'm like, yo, Lost Levels is clearly the best, and then for Warbless I was like SMB3 Warbless is just so insanely fun and
And
the
then
speed
Mario
mechanics
2.
and everything. Then I played Mario 2 and actually got good at it, and I was like, holy shit, this game. People act like it's really janky and stuff,
Mm.
and but what you see is what you get in 2. Like, there's nothing. It's not hiding anything from you. Very little RNG. Like, it's just all up to your mechanical, just like your speedrunning abilities. And it feels great. And yeah, I got top 3. I've had top 3 in every single main category and all of the single character or no, all the Super Nintendo um, single character runs I had first place in, and then I've only done any percent Mario only for NES, and I got that record in like a day or whatever because CK did a few runs, and I was like, well, I'll just do a few runs as well for a meme. But yeah, dude, I grinded out all levels pretty hard until I got a sub 21, which is like a very top level time in that game. I mean, my PB's not good at this point. I want to improve it, but 2059 is pretty damn solid.
Yeah, I remember the first sub 21. I think
Yeah,
Mario got 2059. So
and I beat that by like point 0.1 or something with my PB. So I was like,
there you
so I
go.
was technically second in all levels for a tiny bit. I've never been second in any percent yet, but
Mm.
a cool thing about something I really love about SMB2 is that I love finding strats for that game.
Hmm.
So in the all levels run, there's the wrong warp that was found to in
Yeah, like
3-3 where you can take. Hmm?
yeah, I was gonna say 3-3, but you said it.
Oh yeah, yeah. In 3-3, you can take a star to. You can do a wrong warp after grabbing a star and kill Mouser with it. And if the star music is playing after you kill Mouser, it skips the fanfare and you enter the door immediately. Produx posted that, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, this is a big time save."
Hmm.
Before, so that was a huge discovery. And then when CK was running all levels, this is before I came back to it. He discovered the cool crab in 5-3, where the way claw grip works is he throws boulders at you. You
Hmm.
throw the boulder against the wall and just hope that you get multiple hits. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And that was like the worst thing about running all
It was
levels
like the
by
big
far.
RNG thing.
It sucked, dude, because sometimes you'd get a single bounce and then you'd have to wait for claw grip to throw a boulder, or he'd move left and right like a piece of shit. It was just so painful. But I
Hmm.
think that's why I got good at the game, because I kept losing runs to just terrible RNG. At that point, I'm like, well, let's reset and do it again. So I got a lot of reps. But then CK came around, threw a boulder, and accidentally took damage. And then the boulder went beneath Claw Grip and just worked its way up and repeatedly hit Claw Grip to kill him.
Hmm.
And now that's like a staple in the game. Like, that is just the solution to Claw Grip now. So there's no RNG there. You have a crazy new Wrong Warp. And I was like, wow, what else can we find in the game? So yeah, what I loved about SME2 all levels at least, I found a lot of the recent improvements in strats. Like I found like a faster 1-3-2-1 World 5 I found faster strats for 6-3. Like I've had it's cool to have a game that you can still actively improve the strats on. Like in SMB1 that's so rare.
Hmm.
I mean, like I don't even know. Unless someone tasks it out, there's like rarely a strat improvement, right?
Flag despawn though.
Yeah, flag despawn's sick. That's crazy. It's stuff like that where it's like it's so hard to find new strats. SMB2 still like so few people have put time into SMB2 in terms of finding strats that it's still pretty fresh. So it's kind of cool to have a game where I can just like lab out stuff and keep finding new discoveries for it. So yeah, that is a game I kind of fell in love with and I got good at. And it feels pretty cool to be like the top in a 2D Mario game, even if it's underappreciated like SMB2.
Yeah. It is a shame. Like, I get like not maybe wanting to run the game because it's
Sure.
really hard and it's very different to your traditional like what 2D Mario feels like, but just watching it I think is so fun. It's such a good thing to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, I think it's really fun. Well, I mean, I guess I'm a little biased, but I do.
That's
Yeah, I
fair, yeah.
agree.
Well. But there's so many glitches in that game that are so unique that you wouldn't see in like other 2D Mario usually, so.
Yeah, I mean, like Task 1-1, that was a pretty crazy one. That's like the only thing that's not fun to watch, I feel. I mean, it's cool to see it pulled off, but it's such a pain in the ass when someone's like, well, let's reset over 1-1 again, boys, and you just go through that until you finally get it. But yeah, I actually, that's kind of a funny thing for my old levels PB. I grinded out Task 1-1 and skipped the veggie glitch, which no one else has ever. Oh well, actually 1-2. I'm the first person to like actively go for a faster egg cycle on Birdo. So people call that the Ethan cycle. There's no way. I don't think it should be called the Ethan cycle, but I'm the first one to like actively go for it. So like traditionally everyone's like veggie glitch saves 7 seconds, but if you do the Ethan cycle, veggie glitch only saves about 3 seconds. So I opted to go for that, losing 3 seconds over an incredibly consistent strat in 1-2.
Cool.
But yeah, there's a lot of fun glitches in that game, dude. I mean, it's funny. I've heard a lot of people that run other Mario games be like, dude, this one's so much harder than like SMB3 or Lost Levels. And I don't know. It's funny to hear people say that because I'm so good at the game at this point that it doesn't feel necessarily hard. A lot of the strats, so it's just interesting to hear other people's opinions on the game.
Yeah, like
yeah, that
once you're good at it, like yeah, it's gonna look easy to you, I guess, but
exactly.
It's certainly not easy at all, especially when you add in the tricks in that game. So many like that has its own like frame perfect bullshit and whatever else.
Yeah, I mean the first level, you can do 1 or 2 frame perfect tricks, then the rest are like 2 or 3 frames. There's a lot in 1-1, and 1-2 also has a frame perfect trick. Like yeah, it's pretty mean, a lot of it, but you just it's like how you guys are used to FPGs and stuff. Like it's just you built that muscle memory so hard that you don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah.
But SMB2 is very important to me. I got good at both of the SMB2s, which is not something a lot of people can say. But
yeah, people get good at 1 and 2J because they're so similar, but 2J and 2U are so different. So being good at both of them is just weird, almost.
It is, yeah, it is kind of weird. And then like I got pretty good at 3
Sick,
as well. So
yeah, I mean you're good at everything. Let's just call it what it is, but
I feel pretty. I feel like I'm pretty decent at a lot of the games I run.
I think you're
SMW I'm okay with.
like one of the overall, like if you take like, because some people are like good at one game or whatever, but you're like consistently really good at all the Marios in like at least earlier Marios, the ones you've run. And
Yeah,
most people can't say that, I don't think. Like
yeah, I appreciate that. I
99.99999%.
yeah, yeah, maybe I don't know. For some reason, I'm so hesitant to say. I'm like, I am. I think I'm like pretty dang good at the Mario games I run.
Yeah, just let
Like
someone else say it
64 is
for
like my
you if you don't
worst
want to say
one.
it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I don't like saying that too much because there's so much I can improve on. But
Mm.
yeah, no, I
You're
think
never
I do
satisfied
pretty
with your
dang well.
own efforts. That's just the
Yeah,
speedrunning
I mean
mentality, but
that's true. I mean, like 80% all four all stars. Like I have the record in that. Like I am. That is one thing I can definitely acknowledge. I am the best like 90% runner for Super Nintendo
mm.
Mario games, or for the in the All Stars collection. My
Yeah,
my
the
SMW time is bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not good. But the uh, the other four games, for all four 80%, I'm like, well, once again, 2U just carries me so hard in that game. I don't have to play the others that well,
yeah, I mean
which is kind of hilarious.
that you have the 90% world record for all stars. So
That's true.
that's just
Well,
that's just
yeah,
it.
yeah, dude. 80% all stars. All four 80% is one of my favorite speedrunning categories too. Actually, that
Mm.
I think because I believe I did that after doing like the NES versions of all the games. I was like, well, let's go to the Super Nintendo, and yeah, God, it's so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
I would recommend playing all four 80%. That is once again I'm biased because I've had record in that for a while, but it's
Yeah.
so like you learn all these games and when you can combine them all, it's a really good feeling.
Yeah, you have to learn all the games, and then you probably learn them all on NES, and then SNES is actually different. So it's like, well, gotta
Yeah.
relearn it all.
Oh yeah. I mean, like SMB1 is the most well, and Lost Levels. They're both fairly similar,
Kinda.
but SMB2 is very different. Like, dude, 1-1 and SMB2 is so different. It's like it trips you up quite a bit. But and then the route is just completely different.
Yeah, it's crazy how different the NES and All Stars games, like all of them are very different. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
weird.
Overall, they are quite different. Yeah, I think SMB2 USA must have the biggest time save over the NES counterpart. 'Cause you save like 50 seconds playing on All Stars, which is pretty
Crazy.
ridiculous. Because
Yeah.
you save and quit, so you can
Yeah.
like take a warp and then you can take a faster warp after saving and quitting and returning to a previous world. So yeah, it's just like such an easy route too, actually. But
It's very unique.
yeah,
It's cool.
it is unique. Yeah, I love that category. All four 80% super good. But I should have said after actually one reason why I did want to learn all these games was because of Darbian's Mario Hour.
Yeah.
Because that definitely made me like, dude, I want to learn these games anyways, but if I could do the Mario Hour, holy shit, I would be like one of the best. It just feels so cool to actually be able to do the Mario Hour when you saw Darbian grinding for it in Cosmic.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you've done the Mario Hour multiple times.
yeah, that's the funny thing, dude. I played all the original games so much that the Mario Hour was like so underwhelming to actually do.
Mm.
Which, like, I didn't get it my first session of attempts because my console crashed on me. like
Oh.
something like my game would not boot up. That's what my game wouldn't boot up, so I just didn't get the Mario Hour like in my first couple hours of playing.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I would have had it day one, but I got it day two instead. But like, yeah, it was very weird to be like, it's this huge bill. Everyone's like, dude, the Mario Hour is insane. And then you finally do, and you're like, wait a second, this isn't that bad.
Well, if
But
you're
in
good at
reality,
everything, but yeah.
right? Yeah, I like played the other games so much that it was really not bad at all. So, like, I when I was doing that grind, I got the pentathlon record,
Mhm.
the SMU one through SMW with two hands.
Oh,
in
nice.
SMB3, and it's only been beaten by 2 seconds. So
It says you're in
actually, a
third
pretty
place.
decent run. I forgot Cosmic beat it, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, because of the Mario run.
Yeah. What? What time did he end up getting? Did he finally get a good pentathlon time?
I just have your
Interesting.
page pulled
Oh
up,
yeah,
so I'm
okay,
not
he
entirely
did.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Cosmic he beat it by 6. He beat it by 19 seconds.
Mm.
Wonder how many hands he got. Yeah, dude, I was so annoyed that I got 2 hands in SMB3, and then someone beat it by 3 seconds, and we're like, everyone was popping off for him. I'm like, dude, I got 2 hands though.
Did they get no?
They got no hands.
Oh, wow, so
Yeah,
that's like super.
I yeah, I played pretty well, all things considered. I'm not sure what Cosmic got. Either way, yeah, I actually had a really good pentathlon time when I was going for Maori Hour.
Yeah, wow. You would have you would have the record by a lot if it was 0 still.
Yeah, Cosmic also got 1 hand though, so
Okay,
Cosmic
well, that's fair.
that would have been real close. I don't know who would have had it if that was the case, because I also
Mm.
don't remember which hands I got, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So
can vary a
it
little
was
bit.
very funny. It was super funny to learn all of the games, then just be underwhelmed when I finally did the Maori Hour.
Mm-hmm.
But still a good motivator to learn all the games at least.
Yeah. Well, at least you got it. So.
Yeah, I'm happy I got it, even though it has like one of the worst 64 categories in it. Still pretty sick.
Yeah. Uh, I hate SBLJ so much.
It's just yeah, it sucks pretty much.
It
Not really
sucks.
much
Yeah.
to it. Like yeah, it's not it's not a fun like it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's very fun to learn. It feels great to pull off, but it's not fun to just actually grind out a win because if you have to mash a lot, my arms just are not good. I'm bad at mashing,
Mm-hmm.
so I did not have a lot of like dexterity to do that over and over again, man. It was
Yeah.
not good for me.
Yeah. It's hard. It's not fun. The rest is fun.
I had to do the rest is yeah, absolutely. I had to do that entire run on a Hori because I didn't have a good controller at the time.
Mm.
So that
Interesting.
is the only run I've ever done on a Hori. But yeah, that's a little known fact about my Mario Hour stuff is all on my light blue or my blue and clear Hori.
There you go. But yeah, Mario is
Yeah,
really fun. I need to
it
like
is a very fun category.
properly do it, but actually I have like a 109 and I have like a 19
Oh,
minute
okay.
Mario 64.
Yeah, that'll do it, man. Yeah, that's all you have to improve. I don't think I had a very good Mario 64 either. I'm pretty sure mine was not great,
And it's
still, yeah.
yeah, it's funny to say that too because that was my first attempt. I've only done one attempt of that game
Oh,
category
you only did
ever.
one?
Ever, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, dude. That's so funny.
I need to look up what my pentathlon was. I'm sure it's submitted on here because that could give like a better understanding because I don't know exactly like like what good pentathlon time would get you Mario Hour, I guess. I got a 50:28
My
according to
pentathlon
this.
was this has loads in it, but
Hmm.
45-40 it looks like.
Yeah,
Well,
44:16 on
for
the
my
board.
PB. Hmm.
Oh, I see.
My pentathlon, yeah, I got that in a different Mario Hour attempt actually.
So I'm like 6 minutes behind there, but technically that would be sub-hour pace with like a really good Mario 64, right?
Or you could absolutely. Well, wait, what was your pentathlon
It
time?
was like it was a
40,
50 minute.
50. Oh, you could, yeah, for sure. If I mean,
Like
especially if you got
technically,
zero
just
star.
barely, but technically, yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, you could absolutely do that because like zero star is at like 630 or something crazy.
Mm.
I want to say
So,
1 star is that 7 something. 1 star record is actually a sub 7.
so yeah, I guess that's not too bad for one attempt ever. Could be
No, I
worse.
don't
Could be
think that's bad
worse.
at all. I think that's actually really solid. First run, dude. That's pretty damn
Yeah,
good.
it was like my 1,000 follower special thing or something.
Oh,
I
cool.
did
Yeah,
some special thing to do that.
that's fun.
That's the only time I've run it, and that was like so many
Do
years
you
ago now. Well,
eventually you're gonna come
3.
back and just get the sub hour in no time?
Yeah, if I need to get all this other shit off my plate first, but yeah, there's so much. There's so
Mm,
much more to do. There always is. It's
yeah,
how it
pretty
goes.
much. But that is, yeah, that's essentially that's why I wanted to learn all the categories, especially for Mario Hour. So I
Hmm.
wanted to learn them, and I was like, well, Mario Hour sounds sick, so did 11 exit as well after SMB 3 and 2U,
Yep, Mario
which
World. That's pretty fun.
Mario World is fantastic. I want to do more Mario World stuff. I'm not sure why I didn't grind it out before, honestly. Really don't know why.
You should improve your PB since you're point 0.2 away from sub 10.
I know. I got that BB and I was like, do I give a shit? And then I was like, I don't think so. So I just moved on after that. But I really should just get a sub 10.
Wow, a
I think
lot
it'd be
of
much
people
easier
have a
for me
sub
to.
10.
Yeah, there's
Wow,
quite a few. Yeah.
that's pretty crazy actually. I didn't realize just how many people had that time.
Yeah. I don't remember what place I was in when I got my sub 10. Oh, God. Speedrun.com's having a tough time for me.
Yeah, I'm
But yeah.
scared to click anywhere else.
Yeah, you never know with this website.
Yeah, it's hit or miss. Usually miss.
Yeah. I've been pretty lucky recently, but yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Sometimes it just doesn't work in the slightest.
Yeah, they
Oh
keep.
yeah, I was top 30. I was 30th when I got my PB in 11 exit,
Mm.
which is like not a crazy placement, but it was something.
I think that's pretty good as someone
It
who's
is pretty good.
very much not that high.
Then yeah, it was pretty solid.
Especially that game is like very contested. So many people
Yeah,
run
yeah. I
Mario
mean,
World.
yeah, so many insanely good runners too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's quite the game. Whoops. I just kicked my desk.
yeah. Oh no, I love
Oh no.
watching SMW though.
Yeah. Oh, it's great to watch.
Shout
Especially
outs to Louis.
'96
That's who I'm always
exit.
watching. Lunar Dragon's pretty fun to watch.
I've heard,
Actually,
but
Schwartz. I've watched a lot of Schwartz RTA do. He's like the No Cape King, so I've watched him a lot recently.
mm.
So shout outs to him.
Yep. So I guess the only big other Mario you've done is Mario 64 more recently, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did Mario Land 2. I don't know if that counts. I
Oh,
did that a little bit,
that
which is like
counts. I'd say
I
that
did do
counts.
that. Okay. I did some Mario Land 2 for like a couple days, and then just to get a 26 and move on. Oh, I'm actually 26th place too. That's kind of cool.
A couple days
So
to get a
I did that.
26? Okay.
Well, my first session, I was like a Wario away from a 26 or something
That
silly like
seems
that.
kind of ridiculous. I did that game for a 12-hour
It's
challenge and
pretty.
I only got like a 28.
Bro, really? I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know. It it felt like there wasn't a lot of the levels felt kind of simple, I guess.
Mm.
So I think I just I grinded a few of the tough things like crazy, and then yeah, for whatever reason, I picked that game up kind of quickly. For whatever reason,
Yeah, it's a
but
fun. I actually enjoyed my time with it for that 12-hour
yeah,
challenge.
I think it's really fun, but I did get kind of tired of it after a little while.
Mm.
I It didn't hold my attention as much as the others fast. I mean, it's like a slower paced game, I would say.
Hmm. And yeah, there's a
But
lot
yeah,
of
no,
like
it was
floaty
fun.
parts and
hmm
trying to remember how much RNG is in it. Maybe not barely any unless you're like good.
the witch. I remember that being a thing. Like, what side
Yeah.
of the screen the witch comes out of is RNG.
Yeah,
Is that
that
it?
was a coin flip, yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember very well, to be honest with you, but yeah,
And it was just like
I
that
did do that.
you like go to one side and just hope for it
Yeah,
because you
that's
need
all
to
I
go
did. At least I
optimal,
don't know.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that was fun. So I did that, and is that the only other one? Yeah, that sounds about. So I did that, and then my favorite game of all time, Super Mario 64. I more recently have been actually putting in some effort into this game, and
Quite a bit.
I mean, like, yeah, like I said, this is like the game that showed me speedrunning was a thing that my
Yeah,
brother showed me back in the day.
it all
So
comes full circle.
yeah, dude, it means a lot to me to get good at 64, and because my PB was top 50 when I got it,
Mm.
and
And that's a 120
yeah, I
star.
remember. Yeah, yeah, it's like my favorite category to
Yeah.
run. I've just so much fun. It's so satisfying to get a PB in this game. It's insane how good it feels to. I mean, like I said, it's my favorite game of all time. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but holy shit, it feels so good to nail strats in this game and to get even remotely close to the people that I watched like years ago running this. Like I've seen so many of the world records live. Like before I started running, I think the first record I saw live was Cheese's first 139.
Mm.
So yeah, dude, what an insane time. But yeah, I want to grind my time down. I want to save a few more minutes on my PB for stopping. But yeah,
You have a sub
it is a
sig.
really cool game. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. That was a big PB. Yeah, getting sub Siglemic was like, holy shit, I actually
Holy
did it.
shit.
There's there's a few people I beat that I was like, I can't believe. Like Wilco, I was like, wow, I got a Wilco bop. That was crazy to me because I watched him a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, I never watched. Oh no, I only saw Siglemic run once or twice. He used to do a yearly stream
Hmm.
of a 120-star run. So
I
I've
didn't
only
know
seen him
that.
like those. Yeah, well, he hasn't done it in years actually, but
Well, that's
he
fair,
used
but
to. Yeah. So I've never seen him in during. I didn't see him during his grind of 120-star. But yeah, man, I I don't know. Something about this game, I just can't. I can't praise it enough. Basically.
mm. No, it's a fantastic watch. And it just feels so good to move. Like, it's the only
Yeah,
game I
like it's
really enjoy practicing. I say that.
yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, for real, you can do some like grinding out single. Like I have the Bowser in the Fire Sea red coin record, dude. I have one single star record in the
Oh,
game.
really? That's pretty
Yeah,
that's pretty insane, actually.
yeah, yeah. I
Single
took it from
star
Liam.
runners are like,
So,
oh, well, there you go.
oh, dude, single star runners, holy shit!
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, oh my god, they're insane.
It's
How good?
so
Like,
wild.
they don't even do other categories. Like, they devote themselves to single stars, and they're just like, I don't know how you ATMPAS, ATMPAS, him, Giboss, Shake.
Hmm.
Are just ridiculous. Like they have so many. I think Giboss has the most. Yeah. If you there's a website now, singlestar.sm64rta.info. You go there to look at the leaderboard, and you will be amazed at the shit they do for single stars. Like it's really on a different level, man.
And you have
But
Fire Sea Reds,
got Fire Sea Reds.
the
Yeah,
most
you scroll down
important,
power.
prestigious single star.
Yes. Yeah, it's great because well, so you have to run a lot of single stars on 1.3 because there's less lag, the Shindo version.
Mm,
There's which so for like actual runs, the load times are slower, but since the loads are not taken account into single star runs, you run on it because there's less lag overall.
yeah.
But you grab trees and poles differently in that version, so that was the only
Yeah, he
weird
like
thing.
swings around.
Yeah, it's based on the amount of speed you have when you grab it, I believe,
Oh,
and then it's
interesting.
super weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's really, but yeah, I don't know why I fell in love with Fire Sea. For some reason, well, I was just grinding the lava boost, like the optimal cycle for 120 star,
Hmm.
and then I was like, dude, what if I maybe I can actually get record in this? I don't know. So It actually happened. It felt pretty dang cool to like have my name on the leaderboard of single star records. Was a very good feeling, and it's like you said, it's fun to practice.
Hmm.
Fire C feels kind of funny because it's like a cycle based level, so like
Yeah.
you really only have to play well after a certain point. But still, I do actually have a single star record. Feels
Mhm.
hella good,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm still actively grinding that. I've been trying to stream. I've been trying to stream more too, and actually doing attempts. I'm pretty bad about doing attempts in this. Well, just in general right now, because I'm lazy. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
I do. I would love to grind this time down a bit further. It's like it's the Mario game with the most speedrunners, I think. Unless SMB1 has a beat by this point.
No, I think it
I'm
has
not actually sure.
more. Like, are we talking just Mario?
Yeah, just Mario.
I think 64 is, well, maybe Odyssey. I don't know. This isn't a question
Oh
for
yeah,
me,
honestly, that's a good
actually.
point.
Who knows?
But still, it's like one of the most speedrun games. I feel like,
Oh, yeah.
especially for at least for Mario. So, oh yeah, actually has way more runs actually, and has more. It has 4,000 more players than Odyssey. Damn.
Well, all right. There you go.
Holy shit! It has 7,000 more than SMB1. Yeah. So I don't know. It feels pretty good to get top 50 in
Yeah.
SM64. Holy shit! Like, yeah, it's on a kind of different. The amount of effort you have to put forth to get even like top 100 or top 50 time in SM64. It's it feels very rewarding to do well in the game
Mhm.
and handle. It's also like a longer run too, so that's actually
It's
something
really
worth
long.
noting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have like a 142.39, so it's like a test of your stamina. Since I don't know, man, you get like upstairs and you start to sweat, like you actually start sweating. Then you get into Tippy and you have to handle your nerves while doing TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride. That's a good experience. That man, being able to overcome your nerves in those levels is a pretty big deal, I would say. And it
Mm.
helps me play other games. It helps me handle nerves better in other games. So
That's cool.
yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot. Yoshi's Island. I've done a run of that, which is
Oh,
kind of a
cool.
Mario game. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess that does count.
kinda. He's there.
Yeah, he is there. I forgot. I'd never submitted because I played on SD to SNES, so you
Oh,
can't submit
okay.
runs with that. But I did
Oh,
actually do a run of that.
you can't
Got like
submit
a
runs with that?
212, I think. No, it doesn't emulate perfectly, so they said no.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
So I don't know if my run really counts, but I did do a speed run of that game at least.
I thought EverDrives were an emulation.
Well, they have to emulate the chip on
Oh, that
the
game has one of those. Okay.
yeah FX or oh Super FX, I think. I
Got
think
it.
that's the one.
I forget which
That's why
games
it's not
have that.
allowed.
Okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah, but yeah. So I've run. I haven't done Mario Land 1. Is that the only one I'm missing?
In
Might
like
be.
old Mario 2D Mario era?
Yeah.
I think so.
Hmm. So yeah, that's the only thing I have to actually do now.
Mhm.
Eventually, I'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, that game is not fun to control, I don't think though.
No, it's not. Definitely not. I had that on Game Boy. Well, I mean, I had it. Yeah, of course, it was on Game Boy, but I had it when I was like really young, and it's fun. But I've never even honestly considered learning the speed run yet.
Mhm. Yeah, well, there you go. Almost done
Yeah,
with
so those
every
are
2D Mario.
yeah. I've almost done almost all of them. Yeah.
You've even done that the Return to Subcon, the
Oh
Kaizo
yeah.
Mario 2 hack.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. So I didn't get as good of a time as I would like to, but I got the first like good deathless run, so
Mm.
pretty good. I'm content with it. I don't think I'll ever return to that game. I don't think so, but that's a fantastic game. Yeah, if you like SMB2, give it a shot. I It's hard for me to say how like difficult it. I think it's a lot harder than I think it is. Because I played a lot of two already. So when I play Return to Subcon, I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad, but
Hmm.
I think it's actually really difficult. If you don't have a lot of 2U experience, it might be kind of really hard, but very satisfying to play. Yeah, it's a really well made ROM hack by GlitchCat.
Yeah, it's like the only Kaizo game I've wanted to play because I knew it'd
Mm.
just like be fun and not rage inducing. And yeah, it
I don't
was.
think it would be rage inducing. I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
definitely
so.
recommend that game. I played some S&W hacks that get a little rage inducing at times, so it did. Return to Subcon never did that to me, at least.
Hmm.
I think I did one Grand Poo World run actually. It
Mm.
was a very bad run, but I did do it. Someone redeemed. I used to have a channel point redemption that was like, choose a game for me to run, which is a terrible idea. It's never
Oh yeah,
fun when people when yeah. No, I would never recommend doing that in your own chat, dude. I hate it. But I did have it for a little bit,
please
so I was like, oh
run
shit,
this 24-hour speed run, please.
so bad.
Don't do that.
But it was fun. Yeah, so it did make me do a single run of that game.
Oh, there
But
you go.
that's that and Quickie World 2 are the only other ROM hacks I've done speed runs of.
What's
Quickie World
this?
2 is really chill.
What's this Super Luigi Bros 3? I've never heard of
Oh,
that.
I forgot about that. Yo, Louis made a ROM hack that oh man, I can't believe I forgot about that. So Louis made a ROM hack for SMB3 where you have Luigi fit like Luigi has his own sprite, and I believe it has the physics from the Game Boy Advance game for
Mm.
SMB3. Yeah, so he converted that over to the NES game, and yeah, so I got that PB. It was me, Louis, Bagler, and Yato all did a race of it, and that's where all of our PBs came from.
Mm.
Like no, like I warmed up for like 5 to 10 minutes maybe of it, and I was like, screw it, let's just go in. And yeah, everyone got no hands except for the Bagler 5, which is the best meme from that day ever.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like Louis beat me. Louis beat me to Bowser, but he got scammed, and I didn't get scammed. That's the only reason why I have record. So
Well,
yeah,
it's all that matters, I guess.
dude, it is really fun though. Yeah. Once again, shout outs to Louis for making that ROM hack. But
Hmm.
yeah, that was a fun. I've literally only done one run of that and just lucked out basically. But if someone wants a goofy SMB3 experience, definitely try that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just never heard of that, so I had to know. Had to know what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was released when I did the attempt. Actually, it was like released very recently, like maybe a week at most beforehand or so. But yeah,
Hmm.
pretty cool.
I see Quickie World 2 on here.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a really chill, like beginner Kaizo hack. I would if you want to get into Kaizo, that's a really great one to give a shot.
Mm. Yeah, I don't follow Kaizo all too much in the Mario World sense.
I don't anymore. I did for a very brief amount of time, but yeah,
Mm.
that was like years ago. So it's a really fun one though. It's pretty chill.
I like my hacks to be like a fun, casual experience, not a rage-inducing, monotonous, mechanical nightmare.
That's the cool thing about Quickie World. You don't. It's not that mechanically intense. It's like a great mix. I think it's actually
Mm.
called like baby or beginner Kaizo for that reason in particular. So that's a good
That's
one.
fair.
If you want to like just get a taste of it, maybe Quickie World 2 is really fun. But
Yeah, I forgot they
yeah,
have a whole rating system.
yeah. So that one's pretty solid. I don't think it's too rage inducing. I don't think I ever raged at it actually. It's not too bad.
That's good. So, is that your Mario life?
Yes, I think that is my Mario. Those are all the Mario games I've done runs with. I would
That
say,
is
yeah,
your Mario. I think
that
that
is my
is
Mario.
quite an extensive and impressive library.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy with the times I've gotten and the games I've run. It's pretty great.
Yeah. I mean,
So
so many of them are very popular to be like top in most of them is especially like all at the same time because again, they all like control a
mm,
lot really different. It's hard to like know what to do in a
yeah,
bunch of games.
yeah. I mean that's also why I enjoy all 480% for All Stars. Like you just
Hmm.
have to be good at switching so quickly between games. Like you're done with SMB2. All right, let's do Lost Levels. Oh, now SMB3. Like you have to be able to swap between the physics really
Hmm.
quickly. And yeah, I yeah, Mario games are like how I learned how to speedrun, so they mean a lot to me in that regard. And yeah, for whatever reason, I guess I'm a fast learner with
Hmm.
speedrunning. I kind of lucked out in that regard. I just figured out what how to learn these games for me, and it worked out pretty well, I would say, for the
Yeah, that's
most
good.
part.
So you've run some non-Mario as well, though.
I have, yeah,
So we can go
um,
over some highlights from that as well.
yeah. What's the first non-Mario game I ran? Maybe Metroid. I want to say, was it Metroid
NES
first?
Metroid?
Yeah, I feel
Hmm.
like. Let's see.
Nestroid, as they say.
Yes, Nestroid. Hmm. Oh, I need to check obsolete runs because I'm not sure if I ran Gimmick or
Hmm.
Nestroid first, which very different games. Let's see, which one did I try? Oh yeah, I totally ran Nestroid first. Yeah, so I don't think I ran any other game before that that wasn't Mario. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, yep, I ran Nestroid. I don't remember. Oh, that's when Scotty McFly was doing attempts back then. He used to have like all the records, I think, in almost every category. He was
Metroid
like the
McFly?
face of Metroid McFly. Yeah, McFly.
Okay.
Um, yeah, he was like the face of NES Metroid for a while,
Hmm.
and yeah, he made me want to run the game. So I learned that, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about that. I think. Hmm. Trying to think if there's anything crazy that happened there. No, it was fun to learn. Like for the first non-Mario game, it was pretty chill. Like doing screen wraps. I never had
Hmm.
a chance to do a screen wrap before in a game, so that was pretty fun.
It's
And
really
it's
easy to
funny that
do too.
it's super easy. Yeah, you just enter, you open a door, stand in it, and then just hit up and down repeatedly, and that's all there is to it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, to experience that and like a very different movement once again in a game. And I don't know why my how is my PB still top 20? That's a more people need to run this game if that's the case, dude. How many runs do we have? Huh, that's weird. Regardless, yeah, it's a really fun chill. Like if you do Ridley first, it's really Craig first is way harder, but Ridley first is a very relaxing and chill run in my opinion. And then I actually learned 100%. That was kind of fun too. I'd never done 100% in like a non like platformer. So that was a pretty good experience to have. Just like learning where all item locations are. Like that's like that like kind of tested my memory a little bit because that's never something I had to think about before. So remembering a route like that was pretty cool actually to learn. But yeah, it was pretty fun for my first non-Mario game. And then it looks like I moved on to Gimmick after that,
Yeah, I don't know.
which
I don't know much about Gimmick.
neither do I. I
Oh
don't
well.
remember. Yeah, I think I'm second last on that leaderboard. So I didn't. Let's see. Uh, yeah, I'm second to last still. Hell yeah, dude. I could not tell you why I learned Gimmick. I have no idea. Why. I mean, it's a sick game. It's a really cool speed run, but I don't remember why I actually did that run. I don't know. It's pretty fun though. Yeah, you have to keep track of your score, which is kind of unique. I'd never had to do that before,
Hmm.
and the strats you can do with like riding the star, riding whatever you spawn, because you can get like a power up that gives you like a bomb you throw instead of a star. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's an interesting game to run. It wasn't released in the U.S., so I never had access. I never like played it when I was younger or anything. Just like a fresh game to try.
I
It's
think
pretty
they
cool.
put it on the Switch recently.
Oh, did they? Okay, that's
I'm
fun.
pretty sure I heard that.
I think it's actually pretty tough casually. The final boss is kind of brutal casually.
Mm, yeah. I hear people talk about it a lot, so I need to see what all the hype is about, I guess.
I mean, I think it's a cool game, yeah. If you can learn how to ride the star too, that's pretty sick actually. So yeah, I played that. That was a 12-hour challenge game, I think.
Mm.
Maybe I didn't even put 12 hours into that one. But yeah, that's a cool one. I think I probably played Toe Jam and Earl after that game, I want to say.
Another game I know nothing about.
Yeah, Toe Jam and Earl. Did you ever have a Genesis growing up?
Mm, I had the plug and play, so there's like 6 games on it.
Okay.
So that was not one of those games.
Okay. Toe Jam and Earl, I love the aesthetic to TJ&E. It's
I
like
have heard the
trippy
music.
vibes. It's the music.
Yeah,
It's
so
bumping on
good.
the like the Genesis has a pretty unique like the sound chip in the Genesis is way different
I
than the Super
love
Nintendo.
the Genesis sound so much.
It's great, man. Like
Hmm.
Sonic songs are insanely good.
Hmm.
Like holy shit. And yeah, TJ&E really had a funky sound to it that I just love the aesthetic. Everything about it's so good. I played that game with one of my buddies when I was being back when I was a stoner. I played a lot of Toe Jam and Earl basically. So,
It seems like it fits.
but yeah, it fits really well, dude. So that's I played that when I was a bit of a degenerate, and then I was like, wait, people speedrun this game? Holy shit! So years later, I actually started speedrunning it, and it's painful because there's a lot of RNG involved in the game.
Mm.
So I raged so hard at TJ&E, which yeah, holy shit, I just raged so hard at that game because the RNG just kept screwing me over. But it was fun. I think I had second place when I put up that 19 flat.
Mm.
Yeah, I believe that was second. But yeah, like so the game is you get random presents. Well, actually, there's two modes: fixed world, where the world's all the same. The presents or items are all in the same spot,
Hmm.
and you just have to explore the world. Get to the elevator, you go to the next floor, and if there's a ship piece, then you got to grab the ship piece. And once you have all the ship pieces, you beat the game. And there's a random world aspect to the game where it just randomly generates each world, all the presents, everything about it's random. And I had never seen a game like that before, especially one that old. Like that was just completely new to me. I thought that was a sick concept. So it was really fun just to chill and explore all these random worlds with your buddy and just try to survive through the goofy enemies. And yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I mean, I did fixed world co-op with Funktron, my IRL buddy. I've done some co-op runs of that game, which is really fun too. So yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with that game, especially co-op. Single player, I raged a bit. Co-op, pretty solid. Um, what did I do after that? I think Chip and Dale was probably the next game I ran.
That's a popular NES choice.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I think I learned co-op first, I believe. Yeah, I did co-op with Funktron. We just didn't submit a run
Mm.
because like I think just out of laziness because so you have to wait for 13 seconds at the intro for the demo to play, and then if you watch the demo, well, you just have to have it start. You don't have to watch the whole thing,
Mm.
but the demo plays, and then
RNG's
all the
fixed.
boss, yeah, all the boss
Mm.
RNG's fixed. So we were just like, I don't feel like waiting, dude. So we just made a save state after the
Oh,
demo
okay.
started playing. Yeah, we're like, let's just skip this. So that's why we couldn't submit a run because we were just lazy.
Mm.
But which I did that with so many any percent. Like my first sub 10 was on a safe stated run because I just didn't feel like waiting. So I was like, oh, okay, I can get a sub 10. Now I'll wait for the intro. And that was my first. I got a better sub 10 without waiting for the intro, but like whatever, it doesn't count obviously. So yeah, I got that time really quickly. I think it was just a couple days or so for sub 10 because I played some co-op already. So I was like, it's great platformer to pick up. It's like super chill, and I highly recommend it. It's like the physics are really solid too. It's like nothing crazy to it really.
Mm.
Just a simple platformer to pick up. So yeah, it's really fun. Would recommend.
Yeah, I've heard great things. A lot of people I've had on here have run that game actually.
I watched Takate play that game
Hmm.
so much, dude. I think he still grinds it actually.
Oh yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have him
so
on a lot when he's doing it.
yeah. which it looks way harder at that level, dude. I'm not at that level.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Well, when you
He's
get
at
to top
a
level, it's like, you know, a Mario 1 type thing, except in that game you have frames that matter. So it's like, oh, even harder maybe.
Oh, dude, when you play your first game without a frame rule,
Mhm.
it like warps your perspective. It's like very different. Before
Yeah,
you'd
it's
be like,
like,
I can make
what is
this. Like,
minus
it's fine.
0.1? What is that?
Yeah, you're like, oh, this can't be right.
I must have
Yeah,
split
it's crazy.
incorrectly.
Yeah, yeah. When you have to worry about every single level, like frames, it's an interesting feeling.
Mhm.
But yeah, Chippendale rules. It's a fantastic speed run. Shout outs to Kate for that. Him and I ran it at the same time, so that was really cool.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of people
Mm,
to give it a try. I'll probably give it a try
yeah,
someday as well.
yeah. I mean, if you like platforming, I feel like it's. I would be surprised if you didn't like Chippendale.
Mhm. Yeah,
What was
definitely heard
after
good
that?
things.
Yeah, and if you can find something to play co-op, dude,
Mhm.
even better than any percent. Just yeah, co-op is awesome. Degante has wanted to do co-op with me a few times. I'm just too lazy to go anywhere.
Mm.
But maybe someday we'll actually do a co-op run and grind that out like crazy.
Just need to go to a
I'd have to get
GDQ.
way better. I do. I've never gone to any event like that or met up with people, so I really should do that.
I would recommend as someone who goes all the time.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like everyone has fun going, especially if you can meet up with people. So
Mhm.
maybe someday I'll do that.
Yeah, I feel
That's
like every
sure.
speedrunner that's like really into it needs to go at least once just to
Mm.
I think that going to it for the first time like completely changed my perspective of the community and I'm like, okay, this is sick. So,
Yeah, I mean, you feel a lot closer to people.
mhm.
I imagine. Yeah, that would be really fun. I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I will eventually. But I also don't like traveling, so
Yeah,
which is a
that's
pretty bad combination
that
of
yeah.
things if I want to go.
You kind of have to travel, so I understand that.
Yeah, I'll get over that eventually. I think I will at some point. I would love to meet up with people if nothing else. So
Mhm.
someday. There's some pretty good Michigan speedrunners. Scalpel's from Michigan, I believe. It says
Mm,
on his profile. So
there you
it's
go.
I think Ouija's also a Michigander, dude.
Yeah.
Like one of the greatest 64 runners ever. Like there's some pretty solid Michigan runners.
Mhm.
And then I played Marble Madness, I believe, after that.
Marvel Madness.
Yeah. Oh, that's another game I played on the Genesis, which is I
Oh.
don't know how. I think the versions are pretty different actually, but
Yeah, 82 would
played on
run
the
all of
Genesis
the different
first.
versions. I remember that.
Oh, maybe I did watch him play. I must have seen 82 play it. I remember going to his profile and
Mhm.
seeing all the different versions. I'm not sure why I ran that though. Oh, who's the dude with the record?
Yelsrick?
He has like a yeah, the crazy afro, right?
Oh
Does he
yeah.
still have an afro? Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, basically an afro.
Puts the comb in his
Yeah,
hair.
I
Yeah.
watched him a lot. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I watched him a good amount. And Takate and CHX, I think, were all running it when
Mhm.
I gave it a shot. So I was like, sure, I'll do that. I don't know. Sub 3 is a fun goal, I guess.
That is
And it was funny,
what they say to get.
like, yeah, that's just like, it's like a sub 5, but in Marble
Mhm.
Maz. Everyone's like, dude, you got to get a sub 3. I'm like, okay.
All
And it
right.
was funny because I got a bunch of sub 3s and didn't know it because I started my timer too early.
Mm.
I just didn't look up when to start because it was on like gaining control or whatever, and I was starting it upon hitting start after inputting my initials.
Oh, that's like
Yeah,
6 seconds.
that's pretty stupid of me because I just like it would have been such an easy thing to look up. And I told someone like, dude, I still don't have it. And he's like, well, you just got it. What are you talking about? I'm like, wait, what? So yeah, always read the rules if you want to speedrun a game. I would recommend looking up when the timing starts and not assuming. So that's
So
the only
did you
time I've
end up
done
getting
that
like
I
a
can
really
think of.
good time by accident or what?
I deleted all of the recordings of my other sub threes because I just assumed they were not sub threes. But no, I never got like a
Oh,
crazy time.
well,
Well,
that
I
sucks.
hope I didn't at least. I got a lot of like three flats, I believe. So
Mm.
way she goes, I got a sub 3 on the board. So I guess I'm happy. But I'm not sure what time I actually got. I don't know what my best run was.
Hmm.
And that's also another run without a timer. Classic.
What is it with you and not starting the timer? Or do you just not
Um,
even boot up live split?
I don't even boot up live split. So
Yeah.
my old level is 2059. Just has a single live split going. That I only have that because of 1-3 is the only level I cared about. In 1-3, I came up with a strat, and there's like a 0.1, maybe 0.15 second window to get Mouser to spawn better bombs. It
Mm,
makes the fight actually a lot harder. So I use a segment timer to make that even reasonable to go for. But other
got
than
it.
that, that's the only reason why I had a timer going on that run. I didn't know it was a 2059 when I entered the final door, but I was like, that felt pretty dang good. So yeah, I think I got. If I'm ever it's either I don't care enough to like know the exact time, or I got frustrated and I just closed live split out of frustration and just kept doing runs,
Fair enough.
and it just kind of and it worked out apparently. So but
Apparently
yeah,
that's the
nothing.
strat.
Yeah, I mean SMB3, I just have a single timer going. Well, I only have one split. I don't even have like world splits or anything.
Hmm. I can't imagine
So
not
yeah, I
running
do.
with splits personally, but
Yeah, there's something about it makes me chill. If
mm.
I'm ever like getting worked up or anything, that's my solution. So yeah, if you see that, I'm probably pissed off during that run and just had to do something. But yeah, it does work out at least. So I'm pretty well known for not using splits or anything, which sucks because then if you want to go back and look at your golds, you can't. You do not have any golds. It turns out if you don't start a timer.
Yeah,
So I've had I've had people be like, I went back to compare to your run and you don't even have splits, dude. What the fuck? And I'm like, not my problem, dude.
skill issue.
Skill issue, yeah. But like for SMB2 any percent, I'll use splits because I have an auto splitter. So
Hmm. Yeah, I've set up
um
an image auto splitter for
yeah,
myself.
they're so good. I hate splitting actually. That's also one part to it. If I have to take my mind off the game in the slightest bit or like move my hand, I hate that.
Hmm.
Except for like drinking water or something. So that's why I really have never liked splitting. My foot pedal broke, so I was like, well, screw this. I don't want to split. But
Hmm.
yeah, image-based auto splitters are really good now,
Yeah.
and
Take
the
forever to
SM64
set
one's
up
very
though.
good.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that one's great.
Yeah, it depends. SMB2 is really simple because you just take a screenshot of like the
Like
level
no
end screen and you
bonus
just
or
cut.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, you just copy paste that over and over, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's pretty
simple
easy.
actually. But other games, it's a bit more work.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
for like
oh yeah, one. Well, for like Metroid actually is what I tried it on, which was way more effort to get working.
mhm.
Because yeah,
And then you can never like get
what
the
were we
end
gonna say?
split to work perfectly
Oh yeah,
because yeah, it's just
yeah, that one can be kind of weird.
depends on the game.
Depends on. Yeah, I was gonna say Louis actually had a good solution to SMB2. He put like a dummy image. Like you enter 7-3 as a dummy image there
Hmm.
until he gets to Wart, and then after he kills Wart, he skips the dummy image, and then it splits properly. But yeah,
Yeah, I
so
definitely use dummy images a lot for
okay,
some
yeah,
games, but it's still not flawless.
yeah. Sometimes it.
Like Mario 1 axe grab, it's hard to get that
Oh, that's
down.
never gonna work. Yeah, I
I
would be
get it to
surprised if
work
that actually worked.
sometimes. What I do is I have
Oh,
like
really?
one pixel of the axe dummy image of it's
Okay.
like of a certain brightness, and then like
Mm.
then once it sees it, the next split is when it's black. But it has to be a pixel where it's like impossible for Mario to overlap, and then it doesn't work on all
Yeah.
stars because the background can vary. Like the axe in the background of like all stars is behind what the window
Mm.
that will flash like the lightning outside, and it screws it up.
Oh, that's
So
so
there's
stupid. I
just
never thought
nothing you
about
can
that.
do.
Oh
So
wow.
like
Yeah, I've never considered that.
in my like All Stars Warpless PBs recently, my auto splitter always splits late because I keep getting unlucky with the lightning and it keeps flashing during that,
Nice.
so it splits like half a second late. It's
That's
funny.
kind of funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, at least it works. Yeah, at least you have it for every other level. Like if I only have to spend on the
Hmm.
final one, that's I can handle that.
Yeah,
At least.
yeah. It's nice to just not have to worry about it. You know, it's never gonna be like
Mm.
very wrong. Like it varies by like point 0.1,
Mm.
but like
Yeah,
whatever.
that's fine.
That yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, the SM64 one's made really well.
Mario
It might be a
64 one I
tiny bit
love
off.
because I don't have to do shit for that one.
Dude, like it took so long for me to set it up because one version didn't work with the version of OBS I had, and then I only set it up like very recently, like past couple of months, and it's so good. Holy shit, I
Mhm.
love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been pretty great. And one run I forgot that I don't know how I still have not submitted, but Super Metroid Zero Mission is what I'm trying to say. That's a very
The
fun speed run.
GBA remake, right?
Yeah, yeah, the first game. It's like a
Mhm.
remake, and then it turns into its own game after you kill Mother Brain. I
Mm.
mean, even before then, it has a lot of unique aspects to it. But that's a really fun Metroid game. I watched EVAD 9 or EVAD 999.
Mhm.
I watched him do runs of that a lot, and that made me want to run that game. So I would highly recommend that one. That's a great Metroid game. It's pretty easy to get into. There's like a practice round and stuff. So
Mm.
yeah, that's a game that's not on my profile that I actually did run at one point.
Yeah. And then I know we
But,
touched on Super Metroid a little bit, but since we're on the Metroid talk,
yo, Super Metroid.
Super Metroid.
Yeah. Oh man, I was saying before this that it's like probably top 5 or top 3 best speedrun games of all time, dude. It's
Mhm.
so amazing to watch. I watch Oats and Goats and Zost and Behemoth, Zenny, watch all those guys nonstop, just grinding out times. Yeah, so and they made me want to run the game. And I
Mhm.
didn't play it casually first, which I know is like awful of me,
Mhm.
but
For shame,
yeah,
yeah.
I did. Very shameful of me, but I did actually learn the any percent, and I did 100% as well. I guess I didn't submit it,
Mm.
but I learned any percent, and yeah, dude, feels what a fantastic engine for a game. The physics are insanely good. Like at every level, just is really cool to run. You can just do it. Like there's a lot of options too, which is really fun.
Yeah, there's a
I mean,
lot of routing involved.
a lot of routing. I mean, if you wanna, you can get extra super missiles, E tanks if you want. You can get like Spazer if you want. I mean, you can do early ice, you can do it later. Like so many options, dude. It's so cool. It's and like I said, the game just feels really good. Like there's a trick called a mock ball where if you morph, if you're running, you jump and then you do like a quarter circle to enter morph ball when you touch the ground. You preserve your running speed, and that lets you skip a few checks that require speed boots, which is like a pretty simple thing to learn. Like
Mm.
even wall jumping is OP in that game, dude. Like the devs knew what they were doing. This is gonna let people skip a lot of stuff. So wall jumps are insane. Like I didn't realize that like wall jumping is difficult for a lot of people actually running that or playing that game casually.
Mm.
Which I mean I learned the speed run, so it's like kind of different from my perspective, but yeah, just simple. So learning something as simple as just like wall jumping effectively is pretty huge. But yeah, and you can customize your control. So I play the whole time with a claw grip. I play
Mm.
like I'm playing SMW basically, which is kind of I'm like I have a very unique layout because no one else swaps L and R, but I do for some reason because I'm stupid, I guess. But
Mm.
yeah, dude. Oh man, Super Metroid's fucking awesome. I cannot praise that game enough. I've heard a lot of people compare it to like SM64, but 2D,
Mm.
and it's like it's a very similar level of satisfaction when you pull things off in Super Metroid. So lots of tech, lots of routes, options. Hella good game, dude. Hella good.
Cool.
So I'm a Super Metroid fanboy, I guess is
Mhm.
what I'm trying to say. But yeah, man,
A lot
that
of people are.
yeah, it's like it's super well known and highly respected speed game. But yeah, I didn't do anything crazy. I just went for a 45. I just randomly chose 45. I do like the basic route and got an okay time, and I was like, I'll take that for now. You can grind that game for a long time too. Like yeah, I mean, there's just so much you can do with that game. So you if you want, you could play that game for years. You know, it's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, plenty of
But yeah,
again,
Super
plenty of
Metroid,
options.
man.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, and it really you like have to learn how to hold the controller differently.
Mhm.
Actually, so like when people first start learning warpless for an SMB game, they have to learn how to shoot while in the air, which is like something that we don't even think about anymore. But like shooting at any point during a jump is really hard starting out.
Mm.
I've seen people struggle with that for like a long time and not think about it. Super Metroid, holy shit! If you have a tough time shooting at random spots in SMB 1 or 2,
Mhm.
Super Metroid will teach you something about that, dude. Like you have to shoot, you have to angle your shots in midair and stuff, and like, yeah, there's a lot of cool skills you pick up from that type of speedrun that you wouldn't get in like the Mario games I've been running. So
Mhm.
really good experience for sure. Yeah, so
That's good.
Super Metroid's awesome.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been learning more and more about it. So,
Mm,
because again, as someone who's never played it, I don't know like what makes it so cool, but I'm
right.
slowly understanding. Like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't played it too, there's like you can watch it and be like, wow, that's really cool. But then you play it and then you have a new appreciation, like with
Mhm.
any speedrun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that it is it's cool that you've been learning more about it though.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Definitely give it a shot at some point.
Mhm. It's on my list. I'll get there. I just need to stop being so busy with 10,000 speedruns.
Yep. And
As it
then what
goes.
else? Yep. I think the only run well, I have a couple runs that are not on speedrun.com.
Mhm.
So I have Mega Man 2 because that has its own leaderboards and they've never integrated the two for some reason.
Yeah,
But I did Mega Man 2
there's some
run.
reason for that.
I think I played Mega Man 2 for like 2 weeks maybe, just for fun. I just wanted the is that sub 30, I think? I think I got 29.54. I don't know my own PBs very well, clearly.
Sub
But
30 is
I
really
remember,
good.
yeah, it's pretty solid. That's like the sub 5 to me in that game.
Mm.
Excuse me, obviously it's way longer, so it's like a bit that was like kind of the same
Probably
vibe I
a
got.
lot harder as well.
Oh yeah, it's a lot harder than sub 5 for sure. But
So,
that is my comparison. So
fair enough.
yeah, I played that for a couple weeks and got that, and then I was like, all right, I'm out. Like it's really funny. I grew up watching my dad play a lot of Mega Man 1 and 2, so
Mm.
I had a lot of nostalgia for the Mega Man games. So that was a really fun one to play, and just because I would watch my dad play and be like, holy shit, this is insane. If my dad can't beat this game, dude, there's no shot I can. But
Mhm.
now that I'm an adult, I can actually play and beat the game pretty fast at this point. So that
Haha,
was fun.
you suck, Dad.
Yeah, basically. Dude, the one cool thing, my dad told me that when he was in college, him and his buddies would speed run SMB1, which is pretty insane to think about to me. Like they were doing it like years before everyone else was, but they just didn't like make it into a thing. But they would like do any percent races
Mhm.
in college. I was like, holy shit, you guys were ahead of your time, dude.
Yeah.
So my speedrunning goes back even to my dad was doing it, dude.
Mhm.
So, yeah, the whole family is as a part in speedrunning, I guess. What else? Oh, I did defeat Ganon in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I did one run of that on emulator, I think. I think I did that on emulator. But I didn't take it seriously or anything. And I did a run of Wario Land 2, I think that was the one. Yeah, I did a run of
Mm.
that randomly. My
Yeah.
buddy and I were in a call and we're like, "Yo, this game looks kind of cool. It's like sub 10 or something. Let's learn it." And then that was basically that. I don't even know if I have the run saved anywhere, but that's a fun, chill game to run.
Mhm. Yeah, Wario Land's another franchise I don't really know anything about.
Oh, really? I grew
Mhm.
up with all the games on Game Boy side
Mm.
and Game Boy Advance. I had a lot of video games growing up. If you couldn't tell, my family would buy me all the video games. Man, I
Mhm.
was spoiled in that regard. So, oh yeah, I forgot I did Link to the Past. I did a single category of that game as well.
Mm.
Just just kind of as a random meme, really more than anything. So
Fair enough.
I know a lot of Link to the Past runners. I was like, oh sure, I'll give this a shot, and that was that.
That's all you need.
Yeah, I was like, short category. Screw it, I'll do it, but not very attached to Link to the Past in the slightest.
Mhm.
I think that's probably yeah. I think that covers all the games that. Oh, Bonk's Revenge. How could I forget? That's the one other game I've done a run of.
Bonk's Revenge. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, so I started collecting systems
Mm.
like a year or two ago, and that's on the TurboGrafx or PC Engine if you're
Oh, the
from like Europe or
TurboGrafx. Okay.
Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I bought a TurboGrafx. I think it's right there. Yeah,
That's what
that
it
one.
is. Yep.
Yeah, I got TurboGrafx on top is like the multi-tap, but I got the TurboGrafx EverDrive, and I was like, what's the shortest game I can run on here? And I saw Bonk's Revenge. I was like, practice mode is really fast, so I picked up that game, and yeah, that was just a random. Like, so the TurboGrafx EverDrive does not have save states, so I was like, oh Christ, do I want to go through this? But it's such a short run. I was like, sure, I'll figure it out. And yeah, that was a funny game because I played just for a little bit. I think my first submission may have been record in that category.
Mm.
I
Of course it
think
was.
I want to. Yeah, I don't know. I maybe I submitted one other run. I don't remember if I did or not. But I submitted a run that just barely beat the current record, and it was funny because they're just like I entered the speedrun Discord like after I submitted, and people were like, "Yo, is this guy cheating? Like, is this guy legit?" And I was like, "This is so funny to see people like trying to figure out if you like." Obviously, I was legit. Like, they just didn't expect someone to randomly pick up the game and get a record. I mean, it's not a very few runners to the game, but still to have someone do that out of nowhere is like surprising, whatever. So I was like, oh my god, they think I may have cheated, but they believed me. I was like, I have all of my runs documented, like recorded and everything. You can watch I have like hours of gameplay in this. It's chill. But it was fun to pick up just like a smaller game and improve the record a little bit. Like my first PB I submitted, they were like, dude, we're in the era of frames. Like, oh my god, we're just improving and I was like, well, I don't know about that. And I improved my record by 4 more seconds. So not quite the era of frames yet, but it's very fun to just pick up a random game and just grind it out a little bit.
How short is that run?
My my PB's 225.6,
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
super fast. Yeah, it's like super easy to get into. I I actually like I don't know if you want to say I made a route for it, but I did a faster route than the previous runs, which is funny. There are how do I describe this? There's like two paths you can take in a cave. If you take the upper path, you get like this bonus item, and after you beat the practice mode, if you're playing the normal mode, it would make you play a mini game, so it's slower. But in practice mode, it ends after you beat the level, so there's no mini game you have to play. So people just forgot about that or whatever. So like, oh, you can't go that route; it's slower overall. But I didn't even know what the item did. I had no idea, so I didn't even know there was a mini game aspect to this game. So for my lack of intelligence, I basically I did a faster route just because I didn't know it would be bad for any other category. So that was I just like stumbled my way into free time save basically.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, it was actually pretty fun.
Oops.
That's basically, yeah. I was like, guys, what about this? And they're like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, that is fast. Like, of course, yeah, it was pretty funny, but that's a fun game. I think it's kind of the Mario equivalent for TurboGrafx. I think that was like their mascot, Bonk, or at least one of them. But yeah, the game does not control great, so I'm not going to recommend it necessarily. But I had fun learning the speedrun.
Well, that's cool. So you're a console collector, are you?
Yeah, dude. I started collecting. Well, I had like all the Nintendo systems for a while, but yeah, then I was like, why not get more systems? So I started getting all the the Sega systems. So I got so I got the Master System, Genesis, and I have a Model 1 and 2. I just need to get a Model 3, and then I have a Dreamcast and I have a Saturn.
Damn.
Like the main Sega. Yeah, there's a couple other Sega systems I would like to get, but they're like, I don't know if I care enough.
SG-1000 or whatever it's called.
I thought about buying one of those actually. Yeah, I was really close to getting that, and I was like, maybe not yet. I haven't even turned on my Master System, which is shameful. But yeah, and then the Nomad is sick because it's like a portable Genesis. That'd be so cool to own, but that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
I saw some Nomads at my local game store the other day.
Oh, you did?
They also had a Vectrex for $600.
Oh, dude, I was looking at those the other day. I've been so tempted to buy a Vectrex. I was showing my friend that like 2 days ago, actually. Like, bro, look at this system. It's insane. Because one of my local shops had one on display, but you couldn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Oh, that shit's so cool. I would love to have one of those. I have a Neo Geo CD. That's pretty sick.
Mm.
It's like Neo Geos are like the controller in a Neo Geo system. So cool. Like the joystick on it. It's like clicky. It has like a gate. It feels closer to like an arcade stick, which I had no idea that was the case. So that's probably one of like the coolest systems I own. But yeah, I have a lot, man.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get the 32X on the CD for the Genesis. I needed the full bundle, you know. I have a
Yeah.
Virtual Boy because
Oh wow.
why not?
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. You also have the
Yeah,
shelves I
basically.
want. I really want those square shelves layout.
Dude, my mom got me that for my birthday one year. Like I don't think it's plugged in.
Oh, does it light up in
It's
the
not.
back?
It does light up in the
Mm-hmm.
back. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got these
Classic.
LED lights and shit. My mom saw the cool setup. She's like, "You need this." I was like, "Okay." And like my controller tower up
The
there.
controller
Yeah,
tower.
yeah, but it's pretty sick. I love, yeah, that my mom got me that the same birthday, so
Mm.
yeah, dude. Oh yeah, my Famicom disk system right up there
Yeah, that's
too.
sick.
My head's been covering it,
Mm-hmm.
but some weird systems I have. I got a 3Duo, the 3DO.
3DO.
That's a
Yeah.
weird system. Yeah, I got one of those, which sucks, but it's cool
It
to own, I
sucks.
guess. Yeah, it sucks, dude. Yeah. Then
Mm-hmm.
my PC, I have two PC engines, which are pretty cool to own.
Yeah.
But
I've been collecting consoles, but I'm not doing it in like a just to collect them way. It's just it'd be nice to own like every
mm,
Nintendo, except I don't care about the Wii U. I sold mine. Fuck that thing.
I sold mine. Yeah,
Yeah, get it out.
hell yeah.
Get it out.
I agree that yeah. I mean, I mainly got systems just for speedrunning
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
first, and then I kind of branched out.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't know if
Like
there's any.
on a whim I bought a PS1. I still
Oh,
haven't
nice.
I haven't used it yet because the flash card system has been like out of stock for months. So,
Oh, okay. I think some I don't know if you're trying to speedrun it anyways, but some
no.
boards are weird about using that. Yeah, then screw it. But
Yeah.
I thought about getting one of those as well. I got a PS2 instead because they're actually really easy to soft mod.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I was gonna say
yeah.
I just imported a silver PlayStation 3 Fat from Japan.
Ooh, that's
It's
sick. Damn.
so nice. And yeah, it was super. I mean, it's a little more complicated to modify because
Mm,
I'm used to the 3DS and Wii, which are like super free.
sure.
But
Yeah.
I got it all set up, and yeah, I don't want to do backwards compatibility, even though like the option is there. You could do that all, and it's cool that you
Oh,
can.
you can.
But yeah,
Nice.
you definitely can. Although this model doesn't have like the native backwards compatibility that some PS3s had, I
Oh,
think.
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't have the
It's a
chip
whole
in it.
yeah, it's a whole thing I'm not quite knowledgeable of, but yeah, with the
Mm,
mod I think it all works. But yeah,
that's sick. Damn.
I think I'm gonna try to collect one play PS 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at some point. So I have
Nice.
one and three
That's
now.
cool.
One and
There you
three.
go. The two's gonna be really easy. So many people had PS2s. That's not a
Yeah,
hard one
but
to come by.
I want to get like certain like color variants,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which is a little
I
harder.
think there's
Like
a silver
that
one.
silver, I don't want another silver. Like the PS3 silver, I think just looks so nice.
Yeah, that is
But
a really sick color.
yeah, I think I'd want one of the like the blue kind of models
Oh, damn. That'd be really cool.
because
Forgot they had a blue
they have
one.
like a dark blue see-through model, but I think it's Japan only as well.
Oh.
And then like the PS3 is region free.
Mm.
I don't think the PS2 is, so then I'd have to figure that out. I don't know. It's a
That's
whole
actually
thing.
pretty. Well, that's actually not that. So I got a PS2 that I modded to play PAL games.
Mm.
It's actually not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I think last year, I think someone discovered like a new way to mod the PS2 where you just burn a DVD and then stick it in your PS2 and you're good to go basically.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
yeah, they simplified it a lot. I mean, you still need like a flash drive and then like a memory card, but
Hmm.
it
Sure.
really simplified it. My buddies run like PAL. Well, for Crash, I've done some Crash 2 speedrunning practice and stuff, and you
Hmm.
play that on PAL. So my buddy showed me how to like soft mod my PS2 and set that whole thing up.
That's
So
good.
yeah, it's actually it's not bad to mod a PS2. There's like if you want to run PAL games, there is something that you can accidentally click that like kind of fucks up your system and you have to fix it. But other than
Oh.
that,
Oh.
There's like
Okay.
one button. I almost clicked it, and my friends were like, "Do not click that." And I was like, "Okay, I will not click that." But that's a very specific situation. Like, it's if you follow the guide, you will not have an issue. And it's just the one time I was like, I don't need to look at the guide for this step. But
It turns
essentially, it
out
was
you
very
did.
chill. Yeah, I could fix it because I have like two PS2s actually, so it would have been fine.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, I
that's
like
cool
I
though.
like
I like the
modifying all the
PS1 system.
consoles. Like my
Yeah.
AB Famicom's RGB modded, my Nintendo 64's RGB modded. It's
Ooh.
got like a custom light. Like
Oh
I've gotten
damn.
it full blue. Like it's funny.
That's sick, dude. I like that.
The SNES the SNES has those transparent shells. Really want to get one because the one I bought off eBay like years ago, it's so like yellowed and disgusting, and then like the cartridge slot is a little
Yeah.
broken, so I need to fix that one up quite a bit. But
I
yeah,
actually I
I,
got really lucky with my Super Nintendo. Mine's actually not yet like the top of mine's not yellow at all, which is actually insane.
is it a one chip or two chip?
Probably I forget how you know if it's a one chip. I don't think I have a one chip.
Yeah, those are really rare, but I just know the quality's a little better. But apparently there's something in the works that makes two chips look good too. So
Ooh.
I'm looking into
I
that.
I'm kind of weird because I don't care to modify my systems for whatever reason,
Yeah, some
even if
people
it
aren't.
looks way nicer.
Yeah.
I just like the vanilla experience for. I mean, I think RGB on the native output on a Super Nintendo is pretty damn good to me, at
It's
least.
pretty good. It's just a little fuzzy on the pixels. They like
Mm,
had a issue or
that's
something.
true.
So,
I saw the comparison on well, what's that website with like
uh
all the RGB info?
retro
Mm,
RGB maybe?
yeah, retro
Yeah,
RGB.
okay.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, it's super weird, but yeah. I'm someone who like I know people like collect games. I like collecting specific consoles, but then I just want
Mm,
when I have the console, I want to make it as easy as possible to play something. So, if that's ever
yeah,
drives or
totally.
whatever. So that's my way of doing it. But then I want the
No,
output to
I
look
do the
as good as
same.
possible. So yeah, it's nice to have someone
Yeah,
that's just like me.
yeah, dude.
Just
Well, that's why
I'd
like
never
I
buy like Turbo Graphics or anything. Just like Nintendo and PlayStation's
sure.
fine with me.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like with the Turbo graphics, one of them I got the CD one, and you can burn
Hmm.
CDs for it. The
Yeah.
Saturn, I had to buy one like thing, and then I could burn CDs for it. Dreamcast burn CDs like
Hmm.
or EverDrive. Yeah, I always go the simplest route to play. Like on my PS2, if you mod it, you can just play games through burning them or an Ethernet cable.
Hmm.
So like, yeah, dude, I don't feel like collecting games very much at
Yeah.
all.
And then
Except for Lost Levels. I did want that game actually. I got
yeah.
that in my Famicom disk system.
And then like for Genesis for example, if you get
Mm.
just a Sega Genesis and then you buy like the EverDrive for it, that gives you actually the
Mm.
Genesis, the Sega CD, and Master System all
Yeah, you have
all
to get the
works.
fancy one, don't you?
Yeah.
Like the X7 or something, or no, it's actually better than X7, isn't it?
I don't know what it is
I
at this
think.
point, but it's just there you go. And it's like, well that's
Yeah.
cool. And
Oh, for
then
sure. Yeah,
I
it's
think if you'd have to get the 32X I think to run the 32X, but you could then run it off the EverDrive and it's fine.
yeah. The basic EverDrive supports that too. And what's also cool, the EverDrive also, so like the Sega CD has a very small amount of memory space on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you actually want to play games, you can use your EverDrive as a transfer pack. So you don't have to buy this expensive like bullshit transfer pack. You can just do it on the EverDrive. That was a lifesaver. I played a few Sega CD games and I was like, dude, I ran out of space. Are you kidding me? And then I found out the EverDrive supports it, and that was so clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it's so cool to have that. I mean, I'm happy to collect the CD and the 32X anyways, but the fact that I don't have to buy any like 32X games are not cheap.
Mm-mm.
I mean, even a lot of normal games are not cheap. So yeah, I love running or playing games on my EverDrives. I have them for every system I can. I think actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just
Yeah, I think
need
I'm gonna.
I need the PlayStation 1, the PSIO I think it's called, that goes into the
Yeah,
parallel port in the
that's
back.
sick.
And
Yep, I was
then
looking into that too.
the only other thing no, I think I'm good on EverDrives, but I do want a GameCube so I can have the Game Boy player for like
Oh,
GBC
dude,
and GBA.
yeah,
That's like the only other
I have
thing.
one of those. Yeah,
Nice.
I think,
Because yeah, I don't have
yeah,
anything that can
even
play GBC or GBA right now. Yeah, there it is.
got a bunch of dust on it, but I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, I got the black GameCube and the Game Boy player, and then the Game Boy Advance EverDrive,
Yeah,
the
that's good.
X5. Yeah, dude, got all. I got. Yeah, I buy EverDrives as much as I can for
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Oh yeah, I'm the same. I've got the NES, SD to SNES, and the
Yeah.
Ultra 64 one.
I just
They're
have
all
an
here.
X5, I think, for N64, but it gets the job done.
I don't know what I have. I bought it a while ago. It was called Ultra EverDrive, and I don't think they call it that anymore or something.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
not sure actually. It can play disc drive games now, which is actually pretty sick. I don't know how long it's had that ability, but
that's news to me. I like that news.
it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, if you can get like a translated version, or it's just fun, like the Mario Studio games. I've always wondered what those are like.
Well, I know like
Like,
I played a lot of F-Zero X on WVC, and
oh,
I know
nice.
there's like exclusive content to the DD
Yeah, and like a track builder. I
and a
don't know if
track
that was on the
builder, car
original.
editor. Yeah, they have a lot of that.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty sick. I've thought about getting a disc
that's
drive.
sick. Yeah,
It's so much money though, dude. I'm
I
like
know.
I shouldn't, but oh,
But
it'd be so cool.
yeah, my thing is, oh, if the EverDrive can do it, cool. I was not gonna buy it. But now I don't have to.
Yeah, that's why I really shouldn't buy it. But someday I might just pull the trigger and just buy a disc drive.
Why not?
It's
I
like I
guess.
wanted that since I was a kid. Yeah, if I can afford it, I mean, screw it. When I was younger, I mean, they were not nearly as expensive. So
Mm.
I've been eyeing these things for a while, and I'm like, shit, now they're like twice or three times the price. But yeah, it's very fun to collect. Yeah, like you said, EverDrive is definitely the way to go. I don't care about owning the games.
Yeah, it's fun to just collect the consoles and then be able to play all these games on original hardware. Like, I mean,
Yes.
you're still like playing them originally, just making life a little easier for yourself.
Oh, dude, so much cheaper. I've saved so much money with the games I've
Hmm.
played. I mean, I
And
like having like you have to have a Mario 64 card to run the game.
yeah,
So
like
like,
I have a
sure.
cart. Yeah,
Mm.
I need to get a Japanese cart. Yeah, I recently got my console modded region free, so
Oh,
I need to
cool.
get the Japanese cart now.
Yeah, mine
So
actually came region free on eBay. The dude I bought it from just already had it set up, so I was kind of lucked out with that.
that's good.
Yeah, that was pretty sick. But I do have a Japanese version of Mario 64, but
Yeah. That's why I've only been
set
doing
up.
70. I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I need the Japanese game if I'm gonna play 16 again or something.
Yeah, I don't really remember. I know the time difference is pretty small, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
remember exactly how much.
I mean, not. I mean, the real answer is I just don't really have time right now. But I was playing a lot of
Sure. I
70
mean, it's
recently,
cool.
and it was nice to know
Yeah.
that I'm playing optimally.
No, yeah, even if it doesn't like really matter, I still like
Hmm.
having the optimal version.
Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever
Hey,
reason, it
those two
feels good to
seconds
do
matter
that.
so much.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Not breaking a box in JRB and just going straight into the star feels so cool. I need it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I enjoy running on JP. But you don't get to hear the Peach intro,
Mm.
so that's kind of a letdown.
Yeah, I feel like I'd get annoyed by that after a while.
I hate resetting. Yeah,
Yes.
it gets a lot better. Like that's one thing. If you play SMB1 first, resetting is so fast,
Oh, it's
man,
so good.
that it really it's and SMB2 as well.
It's
You
like
get so
you get,
spoiled.
yeah, I was gonna say you get so spoiled because nowadays like you have to delay like 8 seconds or something to get good patterns, and I'm
That
just like,
too.
8 seconds?
Holy
No.
shit! Yeah, when I stopped running SMB1, I think the delay was 7.2, maybe. That
Mm.
sounds about right. Something like that. And I was like, dude, I've
Yeah.
waited this long, like you were saying. And then I go to SM64, I'm like, oh, I'm here for like 40 seconds. Holy shit. Yeah. And I don't think they're ever gonna do intro skip. It seems like that's never.
Yeah.
No one cares enough. Which I've gotten used to it now. And now I play SMB2, and I'm like, oh, this is incredible. But it's different. Like 64. I mean,
I guess it's good
I might
for
reset.
having a break, but if you're top level and you screw up
Mm.
like lack do skip, then it's like, oh, I see why this could be
Yeah,
hell on
exactly.
earth. So
And even that, it's fine. I should be good enough at like do skip that I should rarely mess it up. But and there's
mhm.
no like in SMB1, there's like a bunch of bullshit and like 1-1 and 1-2 frame perfect stuff. You don't really have to worry about that with 64 right away. So
Yeah.
it's not like as punishing. Like I mean, like SMB2, Task 1-1, that's very reset heavy. And if I had to wait 40 seconds each time, I would probably go insane.
Yeah, I
But
can't imagine that.
so it's not. It's all different.
Mm-hmm.
It's no like Sunshine or Ocarina of Time. Thank God you can skip the intro on those games. Oh,
Yeah, like,
that's so much time.
yeah. That's a lot more understandable, I think.
Yeah, I'm a bit. I mean, I support skipping the intro. That's way more convenient. But
Mm. I used to be
if
more
the
of a
community doesn't
purist,
agree,
but I think it's more important to, like, you can just add the time afterwards and be like, okay, this now makes it easier and it doesn't change the run itself. Like, okay, that makes perfect sense then.
yeah, I think. Well, for like Ocarina of Time, it's literally just a save file. You just save after the intro and copy that. Like that's totally like Super Metroid's been. Yeah, you use a save file after the initial intro for every single
Mm.
well, for every run. So
Mm.
things like that, it's super chill. Like if it's not modifying a single thing, I mean, why not? But
Mm.
for Super Mario's Sunshine, it's like a hacked save file that starts after the intro, and I get why people are like weirder with
Mm.
that because it says hacked, so kind of sketchy. But no, I mean, I definitely support anything where there's no movement beforehand. Like,
Mm.
dude, skip that shit. I think
Especially Sunshine.
it's just
That
helpful.
5 minutes? Like,
Dude,
why?
that's ridiculous. Yeah, I would. I could not run the game with
I
a
can't
5 minute
believe they
intro.
did not make any sort of cutscene skip for that. Just why not?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, that's a mystery to me. But yeah, I don't know what other games do intro skips, but I definitely support that. I've heard people be like, "Yeah, but the older runners get screwed over because they never had it." And I'm like, "Well, it doesn't mean they don't want the people currently running to not have some
Hmm.
quality of life updates." Like
Yeah.
I don't have that perspective though, so maybe it doesn't count.
Hmm. Definitely. Well, you got any like future speedrun ideas? Like after, I know you're working on 120 a lot, but like,
I'm working on 120. Um, shit.
she.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought about doing 16. So
Mm.
120 is like the greatest category to me, and then
Yeah.
70 doesn't appeal to me as much because it's like a lot of 120 stuff
Hmm.
with a lot of stars removed. I don't know. I don't feel crazy about 70, but 16 I feel like I might do that. Excuse me, but um, after this grind, I think I'll probably grind for record in all levels for SMB2.
Mm. That's a tough one.
Yeah, my summer best is there and everything, so I can do it.
If anyone can do
But
it, it's you. I'm just saying that's going to be a tough grind because it's
no,
Mario 2 all levels.
yes, yeah, it's gonna be tough. I have some new strats that'll save time. I've been working on some stuff, so that'll be a fun one. Definitely want all levels because I know I can absolutely get that like
Hmm.
without a question. And think maybe any percent. I don't really care about any percent as much, but I'm not happy with an 819. I'm not happy
Yeah.
with my all levels time at all right now though. So
Hmm.
I may as well grind out. Yeah, I might just so definitely all levels, maybe any percent if I feel like it. Probably I'll improve my all levels all stars time after that if I like just
Yeah, you're like
for no reason
less than a
really.
second off record on that, right?
Yeah, for any percent
Oh no,
I
wait, I'm
am.
thinking
I
of any
don't.
percent. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah, and then no save and quit. I think I'm 4 seconds. I don't really care about that category either though. I literally I
Mm.
did that one just one. I sat down just like for one session and just got an 830 and was like, all right, this beats the record, whatever.
Hmm.
But just like silly stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'll be going for SMBT records. Other than that, is there anything else I want to do?
Hmm.
I don't know. Oh, maybe SMW. Honestly, after that, I mean,
Mm.
I've had a few people that want me to try out some more SMW. I think a no cape category would be really fun, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe SMW after all of that. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of Schwartz that does
Hmm.
no cape category, so it'd be fun. I think he'd have a lot of fun seeing me do the same.
Hmm.
So yeah. 16 star SMB2 and maybe a little bit of SMBW thrown in there. But I can't think of anything else that I really want to do at the moment.
No, there's
So
plenty of time to figure that out.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I could easily be stuck in the forever grind of Mario 64, right? So maybe I'll just never come out, but we'll see. We'll see.
Depends on how it
So
goes.
those are the future plans. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think I've covered everything I can think of. Miss anything important?
I don't think so. Got covered all the games I run. Yeah, I'm just a Michigan dude that speedruns. That's what my bio says, and
Hell yeah.
that's the truth right there.
It's
So
all
yeah,
that
I think we
matters.
covered it. Yes, sir.
All right.
Shout
Well,
outs to Michiganders.
yeah. I'm kind of close. My state
That
is
was
is.
yeah. What state are you in?
I'm Illinois.
Unless you don't want to say
No, it's fine.
Illinois. Oh, okay, that's close enough, man.
I have
Oh yeah.
family in Michigan, but none
Okay,
of
so
them.
you're basically a Michigander.
Eh, arguable.
Maybe not. Okay, I'm pushing my luck.
Actually, are they family? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have
Close
time. I
enough.
don't have
Well,
time to worry about this.
okay, that's solid. But yeah, it was fun, dude. Fun to talk speedrunning. I'm glad you asked me to be on here.
Yeah, I very much enjoy doing this. So,
Yeah, dude. It's a
yeah,
very fun setup you got.
yeah, it's fun to just sit down and listen to people talk about their speedrun history. And
Yeah.
I just sit here and pretend I know what I'm doing. So it works out pretty well for me.
Yeah, it's funny. You just bring up one topic, and I'm like, oh, I could ramble on about this for a while. Yeah, this works out. So
It's yeah, it's super easy once you get into it. It's like, oh yeah, there you
you
go.
keep remembering more and more things, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's nice to
yes,
have like a documentation of like someone someone's whatever they want to say. But
yeah, no, for
especially about
sure.
speedrun history as someone who's just gotten more and more into that over time. So it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you've had some really cool people on here too. So definitely sick to see you
Yeah.
someone documenting.
I also hope
Oh gosh,
this might sound
sorry.
selfish-ish, but I hope like it gets more and more popular just because it'd be nice to have people that like aren't super popular like get some
Mhm.
recognition and get their stories out there.
Yeah, no, that's hell
So,
yeah, man. I would love for more people to get known through speedrunning.
so we'll
Absolutely.
see how it goes. Like, what was this episode 35 now? Oh,
That's quite a few, man. Damn.
that's
I didn't know you already had
I
35.
haven't missed a week either.
Holy
So
shit. I didn't realize you for some reason I thought you had missed like a week or two.
no,
That's
this is the
that's
most
impressive,
consistent
man.
I've ever been at anything in my life.
Wow.
So
Dude, that's sick.
there we
Let's
go.
go. Do you
All
have
right.
do you do you keep it secret or do you like have ideas of who you want on next?
Um, I have like a list of people I think of. I'm just like, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool. I'll ask them. I'll ask this person. So
Oh,
it's not
cool.
very like I'm not really particular about it. It's just if it comes to mind, it's like, oh, okay, sure.
Cool.
But yeah, it's
Dope.
been fun, and I got some more lined up. So stay tuned, gamers.
Very nice.
Yeah, but with that, I guess we can wrap things up here. So if you want to self promote, feel free.
Oh, self promote. I mean EthanRTA on Twitch. It's really all I mean or YouTube. I have a lot of random shit on there. But yeah, if you want to watch me speedrun, I try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Doing 120 star right now, but yeah. Or if you want help with SMB2, feel free to DM me. I'm happy to help
Yeah,
out.
if
But or
someone knows
64, whatever games are on.
if someone knows about Mario 2, it's you.
Yes, I know a lot about Mario Bros. 2, so feel free to reach out if anyone watching needs a helping hand. I got your back. But yeah, that's all the self
There you
promotion
go.
I've got.
There you go.
So
But yep, make sure to click
yes,
that follow button on the shout out because wow, it's super good. Super good feature.
fantastic.
I love shouting it
Yeah,
out
I'm
every
clicking
time
that.
because it's um so I'm answering this
An
the
important
answers
question. Oh, the SGDQ shirt.
yeah.
Nice.
Hey, this was made because of the Mario 1 race that I was in. So, haha, this
Ooh,
exists because of
that's fancy.
me. not really, but I don't think you could still buy it anymore. I think it was limited edition to that GDQ. What is it, the Yeti? Was it the Yeti? I don't remember. No,
Probably the Getty.
I want to assume so, but I don't know. But yeah, it was like official merch for that GDQ, so I don't think it's still available. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you watching here live, it'll be on YouTube if you missed parts you want to see or watch other episodes. Watching on YouTube, stream these on Twitch live so you can ask questions and all the like. Cool. And with that, have a good one, everyone. Thanks
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Thanks for being on, and have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye.